Am I still out of focus?
Live?
We're in. We're live.
Live? We're live for the third episode of the Robot Variety Show, February 13th, 2020, with your hosts, Master John Goodfellow.
And I'm Joe Radish. How are you?
And he is confused because he has a Tampa Bay Lightning hat on and a Blackhawks jersey. Very confused. So how's everybody doing today?
Great.
You first. How you doing? What
I'm
you up
doing great. I'm doing great. It's 11 o'clock, 11:15 here, 11:22 at night on the East Coast of the United States, on on the state's appendage sticking out into the ocean. Doing great. Just it's been hot. It's been a real hot couple of days here. 85 degrees today. It's been kind of miserable. Work's been tough. But other than that, not bad. Not too bad. How about yourself?
Really good. You're right. It is hot. I mean, it used to be like we would just kind of write off Thanksgiving and be like, all right, that's no longer cold. Then it was Christmas. We have now warm Christmas. And then we've gotten to the point where we've had to pretty much write off January. And now we're halfway through February and it's 80s.
Yeah.
So soon February that's going to be it. Basically, there'll just be no cold.
Do you think that's global warming?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's horrible.
Yeah.
James, what say you?
I'm actually pulling up a picture of what I believe we should call you from now on. It's bird person from Rick and Morty.
It's Birdman.
It's actually
It's
bird
bird.
person.
Can I just be the bird guy from Buck Rogers, please?
But other than that, things are good. I mean, are you guys ready for Valentine's Day?
I am prepared and fully ready for Valentine's Day. I've been crafting a gift for my lovely wife, which we can't talk about because God forbid she watches this.
I know, I saw it. I thought it was for me. I thought you were getting it for me.
You did think it was for you, and I feel bad that you thought it was for you, but God,
Sorry.
what do you think about it? Do you think it's kind of nice?
Are you whittling something?
No, I didn't really.
He's whittling her a little toy boat.
I carved a heart out of some poplar. Yes, poplar.
No, I mean, I think it's cool, but it could be like those things I made my parents that I spent all that time on, and they were like, I don't know what this is. or they knew what it was. They just thought it was stupid. I'm like, okay, well.
Thanks for having me, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
I think she'll love it. I did have to go out and buy a card tonight because I hate buying cards, but I'm good at it.
$8 fucking dollars. See,
Yeah, I spent $8.99 on the card. Woof, Jesus H Christ.
I'm pulling
know.
up items that were whittled for Valentine's Day.
Anything phallic in nature, like maybe from ancient Viking times.
There you go.
Ultimate gift
This
idea.
is what you need right here. There it is.
I'm a whittler. Hey, everybody, check out my other podcast, Wood in Hand, where we discuss whittling.
That'd be a great
popping.
fucking wood in hand.
Carving, brazing, whittling. It's all there. We'll have special guests on, craftsmen, connoisseurs of the art. It'll be a fun time. Check it out, won't you? Joey, how about you? What are you getting ready for Valentine's Day?
Well, because I already gave her some of it, so I got her a purse from Kate Spade.
Good old Kate.
And because she's not going to see this, so I got a bunch of stuffed animals, like some unicorn cats and things like that she likes. The big box of chocolate hearts, you got to get that.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
She's a traditionalist. She wants that. Thank God she hates flowers. And then I got her some like marshmallows for the hot chocolate and things like that. But you know, I remember one year, I think it was our second one. I thought, oh, I'm gonna get her these Fabro Rocher chocolates, you know, the little balls, and they
Right.
just came in like a cylinder. And I got it for her thinking, hey, who's the man who got her this upscale chocolate? She absolutely went fucking ape shit. I never saw her like that. She's like, I like the
Like you
chocolate
hated
bar.
it?
Yeah,
my God.
and she told me straight to my
Really?
face, this fucking sucks. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll never do that again. So now she gets the Whitman sampler or the Russell Stover.
Wow.
Does anybody buy a Whitman sampler? Like, do you ever just like in the middle of July just get a hankering and just walk in and buy yourself a Whitman fucking sampler?
I mean, I guess you could, right? You
I
know.
guess I've never seen it done. I've seen them on the bottom shelf of Walgreens, the candy aisle during the year. I'm gonna go through and make little marks on them and see if if that merchandise moves.
Do they have an expiration date? I've never looked at it.
I don't know. And like, what can you do? Like, I know some people, like when you put chocolate in the freezer, it turns white, right? It's like a weird color.
Does it? Well, no, I've never had that happen. I put my chocolate in the freezer because I like to get it nice and cold and crisp.
Yeah,
And I
maybe
bite
it's
into
because of the the body's in there.
You think the mold from your body?
Yeah, it might be affecting the chocolate. So maybe that's just me. So,
James, how about you?
Oh, what? Valentine's Day?
did you compose Donna a sonnet?
I didn't get anything.
What?
We made an agreement we weren't going to do it.
Wow, look at you
What's that
two.
about? You guys are so 20th century.
I just want to say that this Google search for Valentine's Day whittling things escalated fucking quickly. Like, it got dark real quick.
You didn't know there was a whole whittling underground, did you?
No, it got really weird, and I had to back out. So
Yeah. There's some stuff that you just don't want to put out there
Yeah.
to the masses because some people aren't ready for that. You have to have alerts on your anything you do nowadays because people have flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Someone comes in a bad whittling accident, and God only knows what could happen to them.
So real quick, so that's it. Are you guys doing a dinner or what? Anything?
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
No profession of your love. You know what? Is this a trap? Do you think it's a trick? Like
No.
she's like just telling you, no, it's fine. Like when people tell you it's a birthday party and you don't need to bring a gift, and then you get there and everyone brought a gift.
No. Donna's brutally honest, so she'll just tell me.
Wow. I don't know if I can handle an honest woman.
Take a base of action. Green Cougar, stay across the holding section. Each other.
I think we all know it is. It's a trap. It's definitely a trap.
Such a beloved character based on so little, and then they killed him off very unceremoniously. Dead. Although he had a good run in the expanded universe.
You know, a nice thing that I like to do for the kids for Valentine's Day is get some of those. What are they the Haribo gummies, but the sugar-free ones. And don't tell them they're sugar-free. And boy, oh boy, that is a treat right there, kids. They love them. We love them. It's a chuckle. They shit themselves. It's the greatest thing ever. Because much like
dinner?
me, no self-control, and they will eat a bag of sugar-free gummies. And if you've never eaten a bag of sugar-free gummies, woof, it's like pure liquid gold coming out the back end.
Would you like me to pull up some reviews on
Oh
Amazon?
God, the Amazon reviews are the best thing ever.
Are you guys doing anything? Goodfellow, are you guys doing anything this weekend or what?
I think we're going
Bird
to
person?
Universal. We're going to Universal on Saturday.
No shit.
Yeah.
Guess who else is going to Universal on Saturday?
Are you guys?
Yeah, we're staying
Yeah.
over though. We're going Saturday and we're staying the night at Cabana.
Oh, look at you. You love that cabana. You were
Hi.
skeptical at first about the cabana, and then you got that little VO5 in your hand, and you were like, that is my place.
Let me tell
That's
you
my
though,
jam.
it was the only one available.
Well, it's a busy holiday weekend, too.
Yeah, we were going to stay, and then that one popped up with the pass holder rate, so bonus.
Nice.
So we're not even going to bother with Islands of Adventure. We're just
No.
going to do Universal because the Mardi Gras is going on.
Yep.
Oh, and let me tell you about that Bloody Mary.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I'll have to-
You
I'm
get
gonna
it with the jambalaya.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hook up with that. So, Islands of Adventure, I think, is open till 10 Saturday night,
Yeah.
and Universal's open till 9. So you could always hop over there for a quick. How's your parents? You know,
Yeah.
quick under a quick undercarriage check and hop in and out.
I think we're gonna hop over to the fake beach at Cabana Bay and hit that s'mores pit.
That is nice.
Did
Stuff dreams are made of.
did you know that I until when was the last time we go? Like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I got stuck working that stupid other government relations thing last weekend. But the weekend before, we stayed at Aventura,
Uh-huh.
and I had never had a Bloody Mary. 47 years of life, and I never had one, and I enjoyed it. I'm
Did it
a
knock
Bloody
your
Mary guy
socks off?
now. Yeah, I'm a Bloody Mary guy now.
So
Glad that
the
you got your Red Wings.
the whatchamacallit there, the Cowfish, that Cowfish sushi hamburger place,
Yeah.
they have a Bloody Mary in there that comes with a hamburger attached to it. It's the most
Oh.
amazing thing. It's
As
got a
long as
slider.
As long as the bread doesn't touch the liquid.
Yeah, oh no, it's completely separate.
I
Why
can't
don't you
even
tell the
risk it.
folks about your?
No, because then
No?
people just use it to interrogate. I'm not revealing my kryptonite to the world anymore.
But
They
I'm sure
put
they
it.
could figure
People
it.
put it in their weak. They put it in my weakness file, and then they use it against me. So
So James is doing nothing for Valentine's Day.
Nope.
Very romantic.
It is.
Joey having a great night. You guys going out for dinner on Friday? Maybe.
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, well, look at you.
Nicole works,
Okay.
and I've got an appointment with the fat doctor, and then I'm gonna take my car. There's a recall on it, my supercar, and I'm gonna take it to the dealer and have that recall done on
Is-
it. It's a. Go ahead.
Is that the FAT doctor or the PHAT doctor?
FAT doctor. So I
Oh.
go through a cycle. I eat like an absolute barbaric savage during the holidays, and nourishing myself as a dare.
Right.
And then I just go to the fat doctor. He gives me some pills, and I get back down to my reasonable weight, which I carry to the next holiday
You're
season.
fighting weight.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And-
Excellent.
In my closet, I have pants from 38 all the way down to 32. So, and I just keep them all because throughout the year, I'll be able to wear all of them.
Sir, you vary like the seasons, and we
I
love
do.
you for it. We love you.
I'm like Robert De Niro, who slims down or fattens up for roles, except I don't get millions of dollars and I don't have any roles other than roles that I occasionally have in my stomach.
So when I think of slimming down and beefing up for roles, I automatically don't think of Robert De Niro. I think of Christian Bale.
Yes. I'm
but-
like the machinist, but reverse.
Okay.
A reverse machinist for no reason.
Wowzers. All right, moving on. So let's move right into our.
And I want all that blocked out for HIPAA reasons.
Oh yeah, we will. We'll make sure we'll edit that out of the final version of this.
Right.
Um,
My medical fat privacy.
we're moving right into your pickups for the past week. What are we 2 weeks ago? Is that where we're at right now?
Oh,
Our
we're
last
going
show?
We're skipping over the hot news, going to the pickup.
No. Hot news is going to be right in the middle. We're landing hot news in the middle. The pickup
Last
for the
time,
week-
hot news got a little bit away from us.
it did get away from us, but I want to do pickups. See what we picked up for this past 2 weeks.
Okay.
All our followers want to know. So when I'm talking about pickups, I'm talking about shit that we enjoy. Toys, comic books, shit.
Like poop.
Go ahead. Okay, poop, whatever you're into, whatever fetish you're into. James, any pickups?
No. Not really.
Boy, he's a real wild card. He goes,
I
You
got
do
a
some
couple of those
riches.
pops, the new Star Wars ones from the Mandalorian.
Oh,
so you collect Star Wars pops.
I really don't like the Star Wars pops because of
the
the
bobble.
bases and the bobblehead. I'm not a fan of it.
I
But
know.
I had to pick up these two, which was the IG-11 and then the Boba Fett riding the worm thing. I don't even know what the hell they're called. I can't remember.
That I tell you what, that baby Yoda is going to be hot when it comes out here in March.
I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, a lot of the pre-orders are already sold out. Did you go full size? Did you go small?
No, I just went small. I don't like
Did
the big
you?
ones.
No,
No,
I have a few of the big ones.
I don't have enough
Stay
room.
Puft. Yeah, the room is a premium. I got Stay Puft. I got the Target Boba Fett. Which other big ones I have?
Is that new?
I have the
Stay
Owl.
Puft?
No, I've had them for a few months. The big Stay Puft. It's a club exclusive or something like that. It's pretty cool.
I didn't
but
know
I-
about that one. That's a little surprise.
You didn't know about that? Oh,
No.
but it's not as nice. You have the burnt one, don't you?
I have the regular one and the burnt one.
Yeah, this is just it's a club exclusive Stay Puft.
I got a question. This is kind of driving me nuts because Joey brought it up, the fat loss thing. Remember that commercial where the lady was like wrapped in like yellow? You know what I'm talking about? The body wrap. What was that? That wasn't Jenny Craig, was it?
I don't know. I wish you know what?
I think it was
wrap
body
me in
wrap.
something, man. I would love to be wrapped.
It was body wraps. Like it was the mummy body wraps.
Yeah, but I can't find it, dude. She was like wrapped all in yellow. She was like, I lost 30 pounds. And I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, the fat wrap commercials of the late 2000s.
Wow, yellow fat wrap. Not what I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Now you could get them on Amazon. You could pick up some body wraps on Amazon.
You know what I'm looking for? If I could afford to take the time off work, is the medical induced coma diet thing where they put you in a medically induced coma.
That sounds frightening.
No, just like 2 months, 3 months, you're in a bed, just out of it, and they just regulate your feeding. And look, you wake up like a bear from hibernation, refreshed, thin, feeling good.
To consume large amounts of
Yeah.
tree moss.
That's when the 28 days thing is going to happen.
You have to
Imagine that
stop
if the movie, instead of him like you wake up because you were in a fat coma diet.
That doesn't sound cheap, though. I mean, to me, I think that'd probably be a little bit expensive. No?
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, you probably looked into it. That's a Beverly Hills thing. Do you think the zombie apocalypse is going to start in Beverly Hills? I don't think so.
from
So I looked this up. Hold on. Stand by. Let me pull this up real quick.
Oh God.
the fat band or the coma diet.
The coma diet. So this is
Here we
no
go,
bullshit.
boys.
This is what it says. Lose weight the natural way while in a coma. How is that fucking natural? It's not natural.
You don't ever just go into comas?
No.
I
not
think
really.
I spent 8th grade in a coma.
They called me the coma kid.
Yeah, I can only do short division.
Yeah. Poor guy. Missed out on geometry.
I did.
They
So,
do that for heroin addicts too. They put them in a coma so they get through the DTs. Very
I mean,
expensive.
I lost half my body
gets me
in a
there.
coma.
What's that?
It just says I lost half my body in a coma. Take a break. Her extraordinary weight loss story in Take a Break. Her condition became so severe she was deliberately put into a medically induced coma. That sounds fun.
So
Yep.
I know Joey is a big proponent of possession. Joey, if a demon came to you and said, "I will possess you," you'll lose weight, and you just have to give me control of the wheel for a while, and you'd probably be all in, wouldn't you?
Yes. Well, okay. So people don't know what we're talking about. So we've talked about demonic possession and stuff, and it really freaks some people out. And I thought, you know what? That probably wouldn't be a bad deal. And now here's why. There's 2 reasons. Number one, I'm like a skeptic when it comes to like the afterlife and everything. So if a demon possessed me, boy, that would make me a believer because that's proof. And number 2, it'd be nice to just sit back and let someone else do the driving for a while. Do you know what I mean? I've been steering this rig for 47 years.
It's actually a weight loss program.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Yeah, I probably wouldn't be eating right.
The demon weight loss program.
I wake up with abs and a body count.
Do demons have abs? Is that an ab?
I mean, he just wouldn't treat my body good. I'm pretty sure. You know, and
probably
then
wouldn't need a lot,
the
right?
scratching of me trying to get out, you know, things like that. So yeah.
Would you be tortured the whole time while you were in there? You
See,
think?
that's the thing. That's
So
the thing.
I mean, if they came
that
to
show
you and
The
they said,
Exorcist,
"Listen, no torture, no, you're just sitting back and watching."
oh yeah, I'm in, baby. Give me a couple books. I'm fine. I'm sitting in that head.
Man, if we could market this, the demon weight loss program, be excellent.
Hell yeah, man.
We're all about this.
I don't know how you stop it though. I think once you let them in, it's probably tough to get them out. Like I
Well,
saw,
you need a young priest and an old priest. I know that much.
the power of Christ compels you. I'm raping my butt with a cross.
Oh wow! Right off the rails again. Anything else in your pickup this week, James?
No, nothing.
Yeah, you chewing your food?
Yeah.
Chewing your food, okay? Yeah. Hey.
Joey, how about you? What do you got this week? What do
Oh
you got?
man, I picked up quite a bit.
Are you going show and tell? Because remember, if we ever do go just straight audio, you can't show stuff to the.
I know, so I'll probably just try to describe some. I got a bunch of pops. So I found this flea market near my house, and when I say flea market, it's just really like a warehouse. It's almost like a hangar bay, and it's just one of those ones. It's just one of those ones that's open all the time, right. And they don't store the pops very good. So I was like, I better get them while I can. And we bought a butt ton. I got the Snap Crackle Pop, the 3-pack. I got the Dick in the Box, Saturday Night Live twins there with their little presents. I got Sugar Bear. I got the Buddy the Elf exclusive one where he has the raccoon because they have all the other ones.
Yep.
Sylvester and Tweety. Nicole wanted the Dumbo from the new Dumbo movie. She loves that one, so she got that one. The Dreamland Dumbo, it's a Walmart exclusive. And then I got the Voltron, which was a convention.
That's a beauty.
That is a beauty. I got the White Grinch because I have the green one. This was the Funko limited edition White Grinch, and it's actually a good one. And then she wanted the Care Bears Christmas Wishes Bear, which was also a limited edition. And then I picked up a couple of things. This is the show and tell. So I don't really have a lot of physical medium anymore, and I didn't actually even like this movie too much, but I just wanted it. It was only $1. It's Jurassic World on Blu-ray.
Oh,
and look, he's running with the Raptors, Blue leading the way, so I got that.
I don't even think I saw Jurassic World, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I always fall off when they start changing the titles. I'm a 1, 2, 3 type of guy. You know what I mean?
I don't know why this thing is bagged and boarded like it's valuable, but it's basically a Velcro wallet with a banana on it. But it's.
Can you describe to our listeners what you're holding in your hand?
So I'm holding up a blue vinyl wallet. It's Velcro, and it has a banana that's running, and for some reason it's wrapped in tightly in plastic, and then it's on a white comic book board that's also sealed. And for whatever reason,
right out of the Museum of Natural History.
That's it. And I paid $4 for it.
Wow.
It's a hell of a deal.
That is a great deal.
I just wanted it. I'm like, you know what, this thing, and just the fact that they sealed it so well, I had to have it.
That's probably worth more than $4.
It must be some rare banana thing. And then I've got these they're the Japanese Star Wars DVDs
of the original prequels.
Yeah, the original trilogy, and then it looks like Phantom Menace, and I just love the box art on it, and it's all Asian subtitled, and I can't wait to watch some of it and see them speaking with the dub, overdubs. And then I picked up an issue of Tiger Beat magazine.
What year is that? Can you give us an issue number and year that we can look up online?
April 1980.
Oh, that
And
was a good one.
it says Barry Manilow.
Oh.
The story behind his love songs: Kiss, Blondie, Cheap Trick. Can you choose just one? Boat inside. I'm voting.
How much did that run you?
This was. It says $4 on the sticker, but it wasn't $4.
Did you
Did you
haggle
get
him down?
You haggle.
No, I think they just gave it to me for like $2. And it's like cutting edge articles on Eric Estrada, John Schneider. But the ads are priceless.
Yeah.
Remember that movie Little Darlings with Tatum O'Neal and Christy
One of the
McNichol? Oh yeah, the Noxzema. I mean, this stuff is great. And my wife was like, "Oh, I remember all these magazines."
I could see her Teen Beat just every. Was it a periodical? Did it come out monthly, weekly? I didn't follow Teen Beat too much.
Well, this is Tiger Beat.
Oh,
So-
sorry, Tiger Beat.
So this is
Tiger blood.
doing your weird Teen Beat magazine here. But, that's what John still gets. It's Teen Beat. This is adult porn magazine.
I still have a
Wife,
subscription.
why do you
sent
still
to-
get those?
Still sent to the house.
All
I
the
tried-
pages are stuck together.
He's beating to teens. So,
Hey, going back to Jurassic World, we're gonna play.
Oh,
a clip-
God.
Play a clip
Oh,
from the
did
movie, the best one.
is it the babysitter getting killed?
No, it's the Margarita Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Hold on, I need some sound here.
See this.
After what's his name left.
Stand by.
But then he came back. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he came back for Jurassic Kingdom,
Okay.
and then there's gonna be another one. They're okay. They're just.
I was out on them all.
I was-
I watched like the first two.
I mean, they weren't as good. I don't think as the Jurassic Park, but if you enjoy Piranha 3D, then you'd like it. And I love Piranha 3D. So.
Here it comes.
Why can't we get volume with that?
It should be.
I don't hear it. Oh, maybe.
All right, so in this scene, this is when they accidentally released all the pterodactyls, and you would think the pterodactyls would just fly away, but they didn't. Here they come. Oh.
Are they playing a hero with Steve?
Yes. Oh my god.
There were probably real margaritas on set, and he's like, "I ain't leaving these.
I ain't leaving that shit behind." That was
They ain't paying me."
That's
That
like
is
the
my
dude
hero.
from Empire running with the ice cream machine.
Ugh.
What was his name? They gave him a name, and people dress up like him.
From where?
From Empire Strikes Back, the guy that comes running around.
Wilro Hood with the ice cream maker.
yeah.
Wilro Hood. Do you know that they've never? Okay, we're getting off the rails, but stand by. So if you look up Wilro Hood, like in the IMDb,
Right.
they have never identified who the actor was, and they even put out a call. There was a guy that like went on a mission to try to find out who it was.
He tried to do a documentary on it, didn't he?
Yeah, nobody's ever come forward.
You,
And said
you
hi
could,
up with
you could be
Wilro
that
Hood.
guy.
There's a picture up of the ice cream maker.
There he is. There he
If
is.
I could just find a African American gentleman around that age, around that age at that time, and bring him forward,
Maybe
just-
Neil deGrasse.
and just have him claim he's a Wilro Hood. But that is actually an ice cream maker that he's holding.
Yeah. They've.
What do you
They-
think
and
he's
you
doing
said-
with it?
He's
Well, they made
running,
like,
man. It's fucking
just
ice
like
cream.
everybody else, like that had a second of screen time. They made in the expanded universe. They made this whole backstory for him that he was like a spy, and that was a data disk thing, and he escaped with it, and the Imperials were looking for him. It was all crazy. But I love that they're like, he's like, Imperials are taking over, evacuate. This motherfucker comes rounding around the corner with his fucking precious ice cream maker. God bless him. He's like, oh no, I'm going to have sweet treats while they're in exile, wherever I make it. They'll be able to treats.
Boy.
He left his wife and kids behind.
Oh wow! Hold on. Here's something interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Here we are. Get ready, boys. We're fucking off the rails.
I know. I love
Just
it.
change the name of this podcast off the rails.
Here's the guy from Mandalorian with the same ice cream maker.
Oh, that's cool. That's an Easter egg.
You see
That's
that?
what we call
know.
an Easter egg in the business.
Oh yeah, they used it as to hold the whatchamacallit, the steel Beskar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that. Mandalorian guy. We just have to dedicate a whole episode to that. Beautiful, sculpted, crafted, framed, executed, beautiful piece of television.
It's
Do
great.
we have any? Is there any viewers on right now? Do we have any viewers?
Looks like we got maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, good. Hopefully we're just knocking their socks off.
Knocking it out of the park. So let me go right into my pickups for the past
Oh
few.
yeah, you got to be dying. Go ahead, baby.
So I didn't get too many pops this week. I picked up the Batman Joker's Wild. It's like the white statue that Joker painted. It was a full size that came out I think 2 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, and they made a pop out of it. Pretty cool. I like the new 80-year boxes that they've been doing for the Batmans. They're black with like the metallic bat and stuff on it, so they're pretty cool. But my big finds for the week. So I usually hit up the Goodwill. We have a pretty good sized Goodwill up by us, man, and they always have great VHS. And I find myself picking up and collecting VHS just for the shits and giggles of it. Like at first I did it because it was funny, then I found a VCR, and it's like, man, here I am. I'm back in my childhood. So this past week,
With
this
your
past
Teen
week,
Beat.
yeah, with Team Beat and a stack of VHS. I'm not leaving the house this weekend, boys. I picked up Young Frankenstein on VHS.
Nice,
Slapshot, Clockwork Orange,
nice.
The Blues Brothers, and the original version of Excalibur, which has the most amazing cover art. James, can you pull up I think it's 81, the 1981 VHS cover art for Excalibur movie. It is like a heavy metal rock god came down and painted it. And it is it's exquisite. It's everything the 80s was about. Got fucking wizards on the front.
There it is.
And look at that thing. Horses. And the only thing it's lacking, no, I guess it does have a half-naked woman. Never mind. So there we are. I mean, literally, that is everything that the 80s has to offer right there in, what is that, 9x4?
You know, I remember that movie. It was a good movie. But
Yeah,
it was
it
very
is.
dark.
Yeah.
Like I know I don't mean like dark in subject matter, but the actual like every scene was not like brightly lit.
Do you think it was
all very dark.
underexposed?
No, I don't know if that. I think that was it was on purpose. It just was
Oh.
very dark. Kind of made it a little dreary.
But yeah, so I'm waiting to pop that in the old VHS.
You know what had great box art was Krull.
Yes, Krull's
And that
good.
movie was,
But,
and it's a great movie, but it's ridiculous.
probably I like to pick up Krull. Probably the one that I'm looking out for the most is my top 2, probably Halloween and Halloween 2 on VHS.
Oh God, bless
The
America.
originals. You know you have a mute button there. Pick up both of those on VHS. That'd be cool, just to have out to display. I think that'd be a nice display piece. But yeah, I think that's all I picked up this past 2 weeks. I didn't pick up too much. I'm trying to cut back on the pops. I've got so many, it's ridiculous. That Justice League though is just fucking phenomenal. The Hall of Justice that I picked up.
Oh yeah.
I guess is that in the 2 weeks? The last 2 weeks? Yeah, maybe. The Hall of Justice pop figures. Oh, it's great, dude.
That's awesome.
You know they have to come out with the Legion of Doom. I mean, the Legion of Doom was my favorite when it popped up out of the swamp. Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, it was like a giant helmet, right? It was. Just
Yeah, it
giant,
kinda looked
It was
like-
like a Darth Vader helmet.
It kind of looked, yeah, like a skull, Darth Vader helmet-y, round at the top, had the eyes and the mouth. So, yep.
And what was their base called? You had the Hall of Justice.
It was
And-
wasn't it the Legion of Doom? No.
What was their base called?
I
Well,
just-
they are the Legion of Doom, but what was their base?
Oh, that's right. Let's see.
The Hall of Doom?
Was it the Hall of Doom? No.
No, that's crazy talk.
It is Hall of Doom.
Hey,
Look at you.
that.
Look at you. Can you pull that up for us, James? It looks like a squatted down. It looks like a squatted down Darth Vader helmet. A lot of
It
influence.
does. It does.
Wow, I'm seeing. If you go and look at Google Images, there's some newer takes on it, but
Yeah.
that original one, that did it for me just fine.
It popped. It literally. It looks like a beat up Darth Vader, just smashed on down. I mean, what else? What else? What else was better than that Castle Grayskull? I mean, as far as layers go,
Dismal swamp hidden beneath its murky waters.
there it is.
Borders of the most sinister villains of all time. A legion of doom.
Where was this swamp?
It was it had murky
Dagobah.
waters.
Right? Like where?
It had murky waters.
Like, why
I
wouldn't they-
kinda, as I'm scrolling through these Google images, I'm remembering more and more. Do you remember the Legion of Doom walked? Remember when it fucking walked?
It's called Slaughter Swamp, just
the
outside
Hall of
Gotham
Doom.
City.
Ooh.
Obviously,
Why?
it's a Slaughter Swamp right outside Gotham.
And
City.
it says the facility,
Yeah.
which has a close resemblance to Darth Vader's helmet, could be lowered or raised above the swamp's water's surface.
But I think it actually could get up and move.
It does, yes. It said it could fly or enter space using rockets.
God, what a technology back then,
What a fictional technology.
What I mean, you don't have bases that fly anymore,
Why couldn't it just be like Campbell Swamp? Why did it have to be Slaughter Swamp? Why? What the hell? It was probably just named after a pioneer or something.
Isn't that the same swamp that Solomon Grundy came from? Pretty sure it is.
He just stumbled into the Legion of Doom.
Maybe. He was always just a recluse,
Wasn't he? He was an idiot, right?
Yeah, he was, but he was just like, he was a nice guy, though. Ooh, Gigantica.
Like, what was his power other than just walking around?
He couldn't
in
die.
clothing?
Remember, he couldn't die. He couldn't be killed. And he
Yeah.
was like superhuman strength.
He looks like a zombie, though.
Yeah,
He
he's just
kinda
walking
is a
around in
zombie,
torn clothing.
Yeah, he was a big zombie. James, why don't you give us a little backstory on old Solomon Grundy? There's a whole poem for him too.
There is.
Like, what a fucking short straw he drew. Ugh, that's awful.
He was
Like the
originally
one-
depicted as a murder victim, brought back to life as a revenant or zombie. Through subsequent versions of the character have occasionally depicted a different origin. It's a little different.
It's from the 15th century nursery rhyme. Does it say
That's awesome.
15th or 19th century? I can't.
19th century.
19th century. Yeah.
Wow, that's a real buzzkill.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, he was disposed of in Slaughter Swamp near Gotham.
I know
City.
somebody who cosplays him, and they do a good job of it.
Is that? Oh God, no.
Old Carl, yeah,
Yeah, Carl.
yeah, he does a really nice Solomon Grundy. I haven't seen it in a while. I've seen pictures, but
Well, I say we get Carl on the show as a
think so.
Solomon Grundy expert, and then I just drill him.
just all about just ask him the rhyme. ask him
I
the
actually
whole
like
line.
him a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually enjoy conversations with him.
He's a very nice man.
Yeah.
And if he's listening to this ever, we love you, Carl. Carl, we love
Bringing
you.
up some Solomon Grundy cosplay.
Bring up that nursery rhyme for
It's
us,
really
James.
nothing really impressive.
And read it in a really weird voice.
I think you can probably play it off of YouTube and not have to read it for it.
No,
I
I,
mean,
want him
it's-
to read it. Come on, what are you doing?
It's usually just a big lumbering guy in a black suit with some white makeup on. Of course, we have a female version, Solomon.
This is the one from
Okay, so
Arkham
let me
Knight,
ask you.
though.
That's the Danny DeVito version.
I'm looking at the pictures. Is Uncle Fester a Solomon Grundy without hair?
No, because Solomon Grundy was always a huge, massive individual. Fester is just a small, unassuming guy.
Okay.
Right.
Are there like are they like a race like Solomon Grundys or
No. He's just a
Oh.
murder guy. Here,
Okay.
listen to the thing.
Are you gonna read it?
It's actually fairly fucking disturbing.
Yeah, it's very low.
Yeah, for some reason, whenever Skype is up, it like
Mutes all your
lowers
other
my
shit.
volume. Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
That was pretty terrible. Let's see here.
It is a very disturbing. They could have done. They could have done a whole lot with that, though. I think. If they ever wanted to come out with a real ball buster
Here we go.
horror movie for DC, they really could crank a Solomon Grundy out.
Brandy bone on Monday, christened on Tuesday,
Dynamite.
married on Wednesday, to kill on.
Was this made for the comics?
No, it was from it's an actual nursery rhyme from the 19th century.
So you could make a horror movie, Solomon Grundy, and have nothing to do with the DC universe.
Yes.
Well, what the hell? Why hasn't anybody done it yet?
I don't know. They should.
Okay, we're gonna get into the writer's room, and we're gonna get on that one.
If it's anything like your Obi-Wan TV show pitch,
Yeah.
I'm in. I don't
You know
even
what?
have
Though?
to.
Yeah, and my Friday the 13th. Stand by. I'm sending that. I'm sending that to Blumhouse. Stand by.
Well, I think you're going to run into a whole bunch of problems with the lawsuits and everything.
No.
Wait till that settles down.
But I don't care. I don't care if they ever make it. Just pay me. Just pay me the money for the rights, and then you just do whatever you want with it.
When they swoop in and buy the Robot Variety Show for $150,000.
Sure.
There's actually a 2009 and a 2012 Solomon Grundy movie, but it has nothing to do with DC.
Well, obviously they weren't very good because I never heard of them.
Yeah, I never heard of them either.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, you know what? Just real quick, even before, maybe I'll save it for hot news.
Okay.
But I don't know much about it. But I saw it the other day at Target. And I was like, God damn, that looks pretty good. But I'll wait for hot news.
Okay.
So fuck it. You know what, boys? Do you know what time it is?
Uh-oh.
Do you know what time it is?
This is it. This is where it goes.
It is hot news time here at the Robot Variety Show.
Take it away, Johnny.
Live from the Robot Variety Show studio. So hot news. We're moving right into hot news. Hot news is from the past couple of weeks. The hottest stuff right off the interwebs. What's hot in culture, poppy culture, I guess, stuff. Okay. Who's going first here with hot news?
Yeah,
Fuck it, I'll go first.
you lead us off into a story
Okay,
there.
so earlier this evening at about 7:15, the first videos broke of Robert Pattinson as the Batman. First images of him in the suit, the Batman suit.
And how's it look?
It looks pretty decent. I'm sure by the time this gets out there, everyone's going to have seen the video already. It's only I think it's about a 30-second video.
Okay.
It shows him from the chest to just to the top of the head in a very skewed red light. So you don't get a sense of if it's, a gray suit, a black suit, but it shows him in a red light. There's already some buzz that the bat, which is a little bit different than we've seen before. James, you could probably pull it up and post it up there on the thing.
What is it I'm looking up?
You're looking up the Robert Pattinson, whatchamacallit, bat suit.
Movie.
I think Joey's taking a leave for a second. You going to take a leave?
No, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. I'll.
Oh man, he looks weird.
So they show him in a strange red light, very Daredevil, reminiscent of the Daredevil. Can we get a shot of the chest plate?
Is there a chest
James?
plate?
Yeah, if you watch the video, I sent you? I thought I had sent you a picture before.
He's a weird Batman. I'm not.
Well, the only thing that worries me,
Very Daredevil.
the only thing that worries me is they don't show the ears. You know,
Yeah.
and the ears kind of make the costume. So I'm curious to see what the ears look like. If you pull up the video, it's kind of reminiscent of the Arkham series, the Arkham video game series.
What if it was like corgi ears?
Oh God, that would be horribly amazing. If it was like
They're just rounded and facing forward.
Dachshund ears, like if it was like floppy ears, like just big floppy ones that hang down, like Batmite, that would be amazing.
Where did they
Amazing.
come up with Robert Pattinson for Batman? That's so strange, dude.
Or you know what? I mean, listen, a lot of people, myself included, we didn't. A lot of people said Ben Affleck was going to be a shitty Batman, and I think he actually didn't do a bad job at it. You know, you got to give him. You got to give him some leeway. At least
There's the
let it
chess
happen.
piece, by the way.
Yeah. So pull up that chess piece. So some of the buzz. So they're probably going to show it right here. Hang on a second. I think that's the beginning of the. Okay. So here he comes. He's coming into focus. So a lot of people have been saying that that chess piece is the gun that killed his parents, which I don't. That doesn't look very gunnish, but whatever. But it's definitely different than anything we've seen before. But you see how it has like that Arkham Knight, that Arkham look to it, you know. But again, not going up to the ears. I don't know if it worries me or what, but I mean, you got to give it a chance, right?
Well, I hope it's corgi ears.
I mean, how amazing would it be if it was like
Like, what if it just cut to this?
what's it cutting to?
Just this guy right here. Can you see it?
And that's why they haven't put the ears up yet.
Yeah.
Got that. Okay.
Robert Pattinson as corgi Batman.
Just some big old corgi ears hanging out up top there. That would be pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I'd still watch it. You know, I'd still get in there and take one for the team. But like I said, I mean, when they came out with Ben Affleck as Batman, I was the first to say, "Is that a tattoo? Go up,
Where?
roll up."
My you're way behind on my thing.
Oh, sorry. I can't. Yeah, I can't see your screen. Anyway, I'm with you in spirit. I bet you are, Joe. I bet you are. He'll be back soon, everybody. He had to take care of some personal finance business. Right there. Scroll down. Is that? Oh, it's a dog sitting on the floor. It looks like a forearm. Never mind. Yeah, I was the first to say that Ben Affleck was going to be a horrible Batman, but I think he actually did a really good job. Probably one of my favorite depictions of Bruce Wayne. I think in all the Batmans.
Yeah.
I think Ben Affleck did a good job at that. He was a good Batman. He was a beefy,
He's
Dark
shaped like
Knight-y.
a box. Like,
Well, but if you look at the Dark Knight Returns, that's what Batman looked like.
well, that's, I mean, he looked like a comic book character.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did a fair job at it. I wish we would have had a little bit more of that. You know.
Well, it's good that you're regular now, Joey. That's what we like to see here on the Robot Variety Show.
Guys, it's all about keeping fiber in your diet. The more fiber you get in your diet, the better off you will feel. Can we get a commercial spot for fiber? Hey everybody, it's Colon Blow. We'll help you out and keep you regular.
And to our sponsors at Metamucil Apple Crisp.
Guys, I'd
Fiber
like to
Thins.
thank not only our Patreon listeners, but Ass Blow, colon cleanse with a numbing cream. You drink it and you rub it on your ass because you are going to be shitting. I always tell Joey he needs to take that colon health seriously. You know, you never know when it's going to hit you, and when it does, God, watch out. So what else do we have in hot news today? So it would jump over to Joey, but since he's not here, I'm gonna continue with my hot news. If he could hear me.
Here, I got some colon products on Google here.
I'd hate Joey to miss out on all this fucking gold right here.
Oh man, we have the colon cleaner. What's that, barbecue sauce? Is that barbecue sauce? Poop like a Champion Ultra Fiber cereal, dude. That is great. Professor Payne, Indie Ass's Anal Angst X Hot Sauce.
There's nothing better than talking about poop.
There isn't. There's Furious Formulations Essential Poop, all natural quick relief. 6 capsules dietary supplement. That's awesome.
You will shit your brains out. The best thing is we could get off track so easily. We don't even need a third person here. We just talk about shit for half.
Look at this book. Look at this book. I want this, dude. Clay modeling with poo.
Oh, holy Jesus. There it is, folks. Clay modeling with poo. And that's what we've dissolved ourselves to.
Oh man. The good old Denny's colon cleanse.
But yeah, seriously, for all our listeners, colon health is very important.
It is important.
Keep up on your regular checks. Keep your fibers fibery. Lots of greens. Keep the walls of your intestines happy.
Is Joey okay? He's been gone for an extended period of time.
I ate a pile of loaded nachos for lunch at BJ's. Well,
that's
there's your problem.
Bad choice.
Straight off. Now, is that BJ's wholesale outlet? Do they serve food at BJ's wholesale outlet? Can you walk in there and say, "Good sir, serve me up a pile of nachos"? Well, I just saw a bathroom light shut off, and here he comes. Oh my God. What in the shit? Can we cut his feed? Can we please cut his feed? Oh my God. Oh my God. Folks, what we can only describe as the worst thing we've ever seen in our lives is our own Joe Radish coming in wrapped in a towel. The studio wrapped in a towel. But that bumped us up to 6 viewers right now. So
Let me tell
we
you.
should show a little bit more ass.
I apologize. So, BJ's Brew House.
Yes,
they
I thought it was BJ Wholesale. Sorry, but go ahead.
No, they got these new tri-tip loaded nachos, and
All right.
where we go for lunch, they're supposed to be like a table appetizer, but I just get that as the entree. And today, I went at that thing like an angry badger protecting its nest. I ate that almost the entire thing because tomorrow, time's up for me. I'm going to the fat doctor tomorrow.
Right.
So I was just having one last, hurrah. I just figured, you know what? I'm going to take my mouth to Disney World, and I did. And now my butt is, yeah. It's the ride home. So it's I apologize to everybody. I normally don't go eat at all during the week, and
Never, actually.
Did you burn your pants in a burn barrel? Because you came out with no pants and just a towel.
You left out of here like a like I don't know what. Like you had a foot full of red ants. You were taking the fuck off.
Yeah, I just I put in the work and I got a little overheated, and I was watching from in there. So I saw the Batman coverage. And
so, what do you think about that chest piece? What do you think about the outfit in general?
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Robin's outfit from Batman and Robin.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
Okay.
Hey, can I just cut to? I'm gonna cut to a scene real quick.
Okay.
Real fast. This is actually live footage of Joey burning his pajama bottoms in a burn barrel.
I didn't shit them. I just figured. My brother has a saying: if it takes more than 4 wipes, just take a shower.
That's a nice coat.
That's a nice pair of pajama bottoms. Too bad they're going in the burn barrel.
Oh shit!
Is that Oliver Reed?
Oh god!
I think that might be Oliver Reed. I'm obsessed with Oliver Reed. We'll get into that later. So you're caught up on the Batman.
Yeah.
Batman hype.
And the Colon products, yes.
Let's hit you up with some of your hot news for the.
Okay. Al, as we know, the Academy Awards just were upon us.
Yes, very bright.
And the Oscars. So Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor for Joker, and then he gave a very strange speech. But what did you think of that? Were you satisfied with that result?
I did not watch the Oscars.
Did you? Well, I understand, but you know who won. Did you?
Yeah, so I watched Joker.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job. I mean, but is he mentally ill? Most likely. So what is the acting,
Was it the Second Coming? That Joker? Was it for you? I mean, it was.
I think James Franco played the best Joker. I'm sure.
What?
Heath Ledger. In my eyes. So listen, you've had some pretty good Jokers, right?
Yeah.
But they're all trying to outdo either Burgess or Jack, right? I mean, let's be honest. If you take it back to the beginning, right? You had old Burgess in '66, and Jack in '89, and I really think everyone quintessentially, I think the closest I think Heath Ledger got the closest to it, like making that character his own and really owning it.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people like the cartoon one the best.
Do you? Old Mark Hamill?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, obviously. Yeah. But you know what's cool about the Joker, just like it is like Batman, and also with the like even Spider-Man, there's so many different versions of them. Do you know what I mean? You can you're not just married to one different performance. Like I thought Joker was pretty good. I thought I was actually kind of subdued for the most part. And but yeah, my favorite is still probably Heath Ledger. Although, would you like to tell us about the first time you saw the Jack Nicholson Joker? Like you did, like the story you told us that fully.
It was summer
when you were fully tumescent, telling us about the first time you saw the Batman.
I was sitting in a 2-theater in Long Beach, New York.
Yeah.
And the screen came alive.
That Batman story last week was quite the people I talked to, they were like, wow. For those that missed it, John told us about the first time he saw that '89 Batman on a magazine cover and the anticipation he felt, And then he went into great detail about the suit itself. He's like, I'll never forget it. And I asked him, I go, so what was your wife wearing the first time you met her? He had nothing. Happy Valentine's Day, Rhiannon. So
It is. We're 21 minutes into Valentine's Day.
that's great. Well, I don't have to work tomorrow, so
I do, but I'm just building stuff tomorrow. I'm not actually working.
great.
Yeah.
With your Habitat for Humanity stuff?
Yeah, you know how I like to keep up with that. We're building just a little three bedroom place.
Nice.
Yeah, I people deserve housing, and that's what this is all about.
So
Keeping it real for everybody.
So the Oscars, this was the lowest rated one. They seem to always be getting lower and lower, and I don't know if it's politics. I don't know. I mean,
So-
I think the getting rid of the host format. I remember when Billy Crystal used to do it, and it was
Yes.
fun.
Uh-huh.
And,
Yep.
and
And they
people,
had numbers. They would come out and sing and all
Yeah.
that shit.
and then they would like
Cedric
really get into
was the
those
best,
technical
though.
awards.
Well, who was?
The host, Cedric Gervais or whatever.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Yeah,
That
dude.
wasn't the Oscars. Oh, boy.
That's actually a DJ. But anyway, yeah, I thought it was
Wait,
fucking hilarious.
But that wasn't the Academy Awards. Wasn't that
No,
the
it wasn't. It was the Screen
Golden
Actors-
Globes?
Yeah, Golden Globes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
God.
I get them all
Wait.
confused.
Yeah, so no, Billy Crystal used to do the Academy Awards, and then they'd get into like, hey, this is what a grip does. Remember, they would like kind of go into the description
Yeah,
of some of the
yeah.
technical awards. This is what a gaffer does. This is what the key grip does, and all that, or gaffer. Sorry,
Gaffer. Yeah, it's not a gaffer. I was going to correct you, but I didn't want to overstep my boundaries.
Hey,
I'm the
Jim Sally's in the stream, by the way.
Oh, I
Oh,
see
yeah.
Jim. So I personally think I am not a fan of award shows for these movies, TV. I don't buy into it. I think
Yeah.
it's bullshit. They're a bunch of it's a self-serving thing for them. They pat themselves on the back.
Yeah.
They get up there and talk their squawk. But and that's just a recent thing though. Like they didn't used to do that,
no, they get up and
And-
tell jokes and roast each other.
Yeah, that used to be the way to do it, but now it's I gotta stand up in a room, in the front of a room of my peers and tell you how you should live your life. Go fuck yourself.
I think the most controversial, or the one that is getting a lot of blowback, and rightfully so, is Natalie Portman wore a dress that had the names of all the female directors for that year, and none of them were nominated. And she said that she was wearing it to draw attention to the women that are being unrecognized and frozen out of the Oscars. Well, people did a little checking. I mean, very easily. I mean, James, you can do it. Natalie Portman owns a production company, and I guess she's released I think at least 8 major releases, and she hasn't hired one female director herself.
All
so-
men.
Yeah, I mean, really, with anything, it starts at home. It starts with you. Before you get up on a box and start demanding others do it, you kind of got to do it yourself.
Yeah. But that's how they are though. I mean, that's how that
I mean,
that
not
whole
all of them.
class. I would say a large majority of them are that way.
You know who
Right.
wasn't there, but who is also Gary Sinise is getting I think he's going to be giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I mean, it doesn't matter who's president. He would definitely be deserving of it for all his work he's done with
Right.
veterans and entertaining the troops and the USO and everything. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is definitely.
He flew all those Gold Star families,
Disney World, right?
yeah, to Disney World on his tab and his thing. So even I think fellow actors, whether they're he's kind of nebulous about his politics, but I can kind of guess which way he rolls.
Right.
And,
yeah.
but he's pretty much untouchable, just because he's out there doing. He's a doer.
Yeah.
He's not a talker.
These
He's
people
doing.
talk.
Right.
A lot of talking. A lot of
right,
talking
and
going on.
And people like me, I'm a veteran, and I respect doers. I mean,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
he's a doer, and you're welcome for my service. But
Thank you for your service.
hey, that's why we have the freedoms we have to do this podcast. Is for, we killed a lot of people for that. So anyway, what other hot news? Oh, Birds of Prey. Okay.
Mm.
Did you see it?
Not yet.
Are you gonna?
Yes, I think I am.
Really? So it flopped.
And I think, I mean, I know why. And my wife and I discussed it at dinner this evening. Why
Okay.
it flopped.
Do tell. Let's peel back the curtain. Tell us.
Well, and she had been listening to some stuff, and it kind of makes sense. Who loves Harley Quinn and the Joker? So you have your adult audience, right?
Sluts? I mean, what?
But it's kids. Kids enjoy
kids.
Harley Quinn.
They do. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sorry.
But when you put an R rating on it, you limit your audience right off the top.
Yeah, but I mean, Deadpool had that. You know what I think it is too? I think, well, they say it's a combination of that. They say that it wasn't well-known characters. They say the title was too long, and they've actually changed the title, the rated R.
But everybody knows it was Harley Quinn.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say Birds of Prey, what was it, the uncoupling of fucking Harley Quinn's,
Sure.
whatever it was, yeah.
But it would be like having a Robin movie, just Robin.
You don't think that would go over well?
No,
No?
I thought that's what they were doing.
I don't know. But when he went off on his own, he was Nightwing, and then that didn't last too long because he was hooked up with the Teen Titans.
I think they're doing it in this movie.
So I think it was that, but then also they said that because the Chinese market, the numbers came in low because of the coronavirus.
Right.
So they can't really go to the movies, and I think also, and this is just my opinion, and look, the movie might actually really be good, and I've heard it actually kind of is, and that the marketing didn't do the movie any favors. So they marketed the movie basically as kind of like man-hating trash.
Right.
And when they always say
Like
well,
Captain Marvel.
Sure, and when they're like, well, this movie isn't for you, that makes me not want to see it.
Right, yeah.
And it's crazy because so Terminator Dark Fate kind of had that a little bit. Like I don't think they were as aggressive, but there was a lot of eye rolling and, oh, this is just another man-hitting movie. I actually watched it the other night with Nikki. It was actually pretty good, man. I don't know. There was a lot of hate for it. I actually enjoyed the new Terminator. It was actually probably one of my favorite Terminators.
Well, you had mentioned the other night when we were talking about Midsummer. You said, well, wasn't that a man-bashing film? I mean, it may have been, but goddamn, it was fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good movie.
If it's good and it's man-bashing, I'm fine. But I think sometimes people just don't want to give it a chance if they market it to that way. You know what you do? You market it the other way and then surprise everybody and have it man-bashy.
Right.
But so I don't know. I saw some of the other like viral marketing things they did, like with that I think it was Burger King in Times Square. They put the graffiti and the Harley Quinn writing all over the windows and the crowns that people wore. Those are going to be collectible. So
they very well may.
Let's see.
I have another little hot news.
Bring it in,
that got me excited this week. Well, actually, I have two more. So I'll give you the first one, and then I'll bounce back to you. But Rick Moranis coming back for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, coming out of retirement for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, is great.
Well, that's a lot to unpack.
That right there makes me happy.
That there's another Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Or just Rick Moranis being able to see Rick again. He kind of just left us with nothing.
He looks exactly the same.
He does look exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I miss Rick, and I think he gave us a lot when he was with us. And I mean, he left for a reason. He didn't leave because he was blackballed in Hollywood or anything. He left for a reason. But I'm glad to see that he's back.
Was his wife sick or something?
Yeah, his wife died. And then I think he took to raising his kids, which is fine. I mean, he probably had plenty of money. Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Strange Brew.
Slapshot. No, not Slapshot. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad to see that he's back. That brought a.
What did his wife die of?
I think cancer. I don't. James.
Actually, it was a plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, that's right. Little Shop of Horrors.
You're fucking.
There were
clown.
some substances on the plant, and it killed her. Or
It was cancer.
Yeah, it was cancer. So he raised. What do you have? Like a daughter and a son, and he raised them, or two daughters, or something like that. Dad daughter hashtag. Hashtag it. Dad daughter. But yeah, I was happy when that popped up that he was back. Very happy for that.
yeah, you're big Team Moranis here, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see he's back. He was a good guy.
That's nice.
I mean, doesn't he seem like a good guy? Like you might just want to hang out with him. You know, just.
Well,
Just
it's hard to
kick back.
say. Now, here's the thing, because like he was like an '80s guy,
Uh-huh.
an '80s comedian, and I think maybe he bled a little bit into the early '90s. But then, this is a new world for Rick. He might want to. He might pop his head up and want to go back under.
You know who I want to hang out with?
Oh,
Gary Busey.
yeah.
He was at Spooky one year. So
He got
What's
kicked
the-
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
so the first year that we went, he was there the previous show. We had missed him by one show, and from what Double Barrel Shotgun said, it was an absolute shit show. He was in the hot tub holding court with the women of Spooky. He said it was fucking. You couldn't look away. It was like a car accident.
But now he is a disabled man, right? Like, he has a head
Sure.
injury.
Yeah,
Like-
he got in a bad motorcycle accident.
Look at this
Yeah.
picture of him. Like, who wouldn't want to hang out with this fucking guy?
Fuck yeah, man.
God damn it!
You know what's funny? I just watched, like, literally, like, 3 days ago, I just watched the original Lethal Weapon. By the way, much darker movie, the original one, than I remember. But yeah, he was Mr. Joshua in it. He was awesome. And he was so normal and
Great
intense.
in Point Break. God, fucking
Yeah.
Predator.
Under Siege.
Yep. Predator.
Predator 2. How dare you?
Sorry, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, and he's like lions, tigers, and bears. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and he was always hammy. I think my favorite role though with him was he was the uncle in Silver Bullet,
Oh yeah, definitely.
because he reminded me of my uncle. Like, there you go, kid, have a couple sips of beer.
shit on the Indians, shit on the Yankees, shit on the. That's the song. he sang.
But wasn't he in Starship Troopers?
That was his son.
Was it his son?
That was Jake. Jake was also
that-
spooky, by the way.
That would have made it a phenomenal fucking movie if Gary Busey was the fucking guy. Everyone fight.
was the
Don't
alien.
quit. I'll kill you myself if you quit fighting.
Oh yeah, this is his son, Jake. Jake
You're
Busey.
corporal
Oh,
until,
yeah, DOC.
until you're dead or I replace you.
He would be fun to hang out with, though. I'm sad that I missed that Spooky Empire. That would have been fantastic.
What do you
I
think?
got Heather Langenkamp, the guy who did the makeup on that one show on Sci-Fi.
That-
Oh, and we can never forget what's his name, the Child's Play guy, Alex. Alex
Oh,
Vincent. And out.
fucking fuck that guy. If you're listening, Alex, fuck you.
So, for people that don't know, when he says spooky, he means the Spooky Empire convention. It's a horror convention. It's held twice a year, and sometimes
Orlando.
at a convenient date, sometimes not. And it's usually held in Orlando, although the October one's been in Tampa for the last 2 years, which
Yeah. No bueno. Even though Tampa's closer for us, which makes it kind of weird, I just don't like the venue. Personally,
no, because you can't bring anything in.
it's a shit show.
No.
But
Yeah.
well, we're gonna have a whole episode just on Spooky Empire. I'm sure.
Really? Wow. You're
No,
gonna
we
be-
can
you're
get
gonna
some really good guests.
You're gonna be stepping on some toes.
Well,
stealing
we'll
some
bring
money?
it. We'll bring her in.
Okay.
We'll not only step on her toe, but we'll bring her in with us
Okay.
because she is spooky, and we all know who we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what
there's
else?
A couple people. There's a couple.
There
people.
are. Yeah.
And you know what though? I have made some very nice friends, and I really do enjoy that play. I mean, we go every time because we love it. So we're just being goofy, but we love it.
It's a
He and
cool
I,
time.
we all three of us costume like geeks, and we love it.
It's fun.
So
Yeah,
is it in
Cutler's
Tampa
really
this
good.
year?
Well, the
Uh,
October.
Yeah, so Mayhem,
It's
which
Orlando.
is in Orlando
At the Wyndham, yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Wyndham, and
That's the
then
part.
Is that the
October
original
5th.
one though? The original one?
That's the original. Yeah,
Yeah.
the original one. Yep,
Okay.
that they redid. That'll be fun.
That's where you got wasted and had that slimy fog wig on, and you were running around with that
Oh
on.
yeah, that's great.
That was awesome.
And that girl passed out going back to your room that one night. And fucking fainted and busted her nose.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And Nicole
And you
her
rendered
friend-
first aid. Didn't you get an award for that?
I'm
Fucking lifesaver award.
perhaps I've won a few in my day, but yeah, he and the fact that people were still just partying over her, and just kept stepping over her as she was laying there gasping, that was terrible. And then next thing I know, remember the hotel manager's like, "Are you going to ride in the ambulance with her?" And I'm like, I look at you and Rhiannon, and you guys take like a step back away from me, and I'm like, I guess so. I guess I got to. I'll ride this strange lady to the hospital. Look, thank God they found her mother, because I was going to end up going to the hospital
That would have
with her,
been.
which I would have done. She's a sweet
you would've.
lady. She's
I
a
would
sweet
have been
woman.
like, good luck to you.
It's nice knowing you. Do you have any cash on you? Leave it here so they don't take it from you at the hospital. See you next year.
But yeah, no, she seemed like a sweet lady, and yeah, just John, when I see something like that, my training just kicks in.
It kicks right. It kicks into high gear. You're like a werewolf in the full moon.
That's right.
So, do you want me to kick it back to you for your hot news? Because I have one more.
No, you go, baby. Tell us more.
That just a few hours ago got posted, and I was kind of, I don't know where I'm at with it. I kind of feel that it's different, so it may be interesting. Fox announced that it picked up a show, and it's a Goonie reenactment series. So remember
a reenactment?
Yeah, so you remember Be Kind Rewind with Jack Black?
Yeah.
Where they own the video store and they erase all the tapes. And then what do they call it? Sweeting? Is that what it's called? When you make a movie with, like, shit lying around the house? Well, supposedly it's about this girl who moves back to her hometown, and she meets up with some people that want to remake Goonies, and they do it in a Swede format. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know what the longevity of something like that would be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't see it going more than 2 seasons. But I mean, I'll watch it. Anything with the Goonies, I'm in.
Maybe you're just not describing it like in a way.
So
that
here,
I'm attracted to it.
Is Sloth gonna be in it?
Well, obviously, someone's going to play Sloth. Let me read you.
I'll be the
Actually,
baby Ruth.
Okay, you ready?
Oil painted that myself.
I just reenacted the baby Ruth.
So it says, what if you took the premise of Be Kind Rewind and turned it into a series and made that solely about the Goonies? That's what you might have something close to a very intriguing pilot in the works at Fox. Deadline reported that as of yet untitled pilot written by Sarah Watson is about a woman named Stella Cooper who scurries back home to her hometown after failing to make it in New York City. After finding a gig substitute teaching, she meets 3 unique students with a unique dream: to remake The Goonies, the 1985 family adventure cult classic starring Sean Astin and an incredible ensemble cast of youngsters with only their own limited resources. She joins them on the project, and everyone finds a jolt of inspiration, hope, and joy, realization. Although the power of amateur storytelling perhaps also inspires the story behind the documentary creators of the story's greatest films ever made. So I mean, I guess so. It's going to take place probably in a high school, and they're just trying to remake the Goonies. Fuck it.
It sounds terrible.
It does.
Listen,
I can tell. This is kind of like your whole timeline thing. I don't know. I can tell you're very excited about it. You know what? I'm happy for you. If you're happy, that's all I need. Like literally, instead of me watching it, just film me watching it.
Like Evil. Like, is it Evil?
Yes, John is taking the banner of that fucking show. That is the president.
Have you not watched it?
That is the president of the fucking Evil fan club right there. So, I'll tell you what. Instead of me watching the Goonie show, just film you watching the Goonie show, and I'll watch that. And
what if I do? What
just
if I
watch
do a
you being
reenactment?
enchanted.
I could do a reenactment every week of of the episodes. So it'll be a reenactment of the show.
I love it when you get excited about shit. That is great. Yeah, I'm in. Do it, man. I can. Yeah. That sounds awful, but I'm in.
All right, Joey.
All right. Well, no, not much more like hot news. I think maybe we can kind of slide into maybe just some of the things we watched recently and talk about a few things. Has anybody seen 1917 yet?
No.
Okay.
I did listen to a story about it though. It seems pretty interesting. It's supposed to be a one-shot movie.
Have you guys seen Lock and Key on Netflix yet?
I've seen it.
What's that about?
Not watched
It's actually pretty good.
Is it? It's Joe Hill, right?
I'm not sure, but it's
I'm
good.
pretty sure it's Joe Hill.
Who's Joe Hill?
Stephen King's son. I think he wrote Lock and Key.
Is it a horror?
I think so.
Not
Mystery?
really, kinda. It's almost like it kind of reminds me of Stranger Things in a way.
Oh.
When does it take place?
Present day.
Sounds better than a Goonies reenactment.
Does it sound better than Jackal though? That took place in 1983,
Okay.
but you could fucking not.
Okay, and this is why he likes the reenactment thing. Okay, so number one, let me backtrack from it. So number one is he is the president of the Evil fan club, but this guy here also is literally absolutely tumescent with a little drop of pre-cum every week for the Goldbergs.
Oh, I love the Goldbergs.
And if you know, at the end of the Goldbergs, it's always showing that damn kid
Doing the videos.
doing reenactments of movie scenes. So you are a fan of those reenactments.
I do. I love a good Swede. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't even know that was a term. I didn't even know that's a thing.
It is.
Wow. Good for you, man. So no, I plan on watching Lock and Key because I was finishing. My wife and I are watching You. Have you seen You yet?
I watched the first episode.
Did you see it, James?
What is it? You?
You
No.
on Netflix. It is fucking good. It is like Dexter, but in some ways it's kind of better. It's actually good. Give it. If you only saw the first episode, give it some time because you would think, oh, it's a show about a stalker. It's not. I mean, and season 2 is kind of even better. It's really good. I really enjoy it.
How many
the guy
seasons
has
do they have up there? Is it
2.
3?
No,
Oh, okay.
2, and the third one is in the hopper. Like it's
Is
gonna
that
be,
a Netflix original?
Yep. And then
Okay.
season 3 will be starting soon.
Okay.
And he has like an internal monologue in his head as like the narrator, kind of like Dexter did.
Right.
And but it's good. It's like more technological and it's more. It's not quite as violent, but it has some violent scenes. And it's one of those movies where you know he's a bad guy. He's doing bad things, but you're still rooting for him. Does
So
that make
he's
sense?
He's the anti-hero.
Oh,
Jim,
yeah.
Sally wants to know if there's time for call-ins later.
Yeah, let us blast through some of this stuff, Jim, and why not? Fuck it, call in.
Call in. Did you? All right, so what else? Let's see, what else have I watched? Yeah, I rewatched Lethal Weapon. So let's talk about that. So I'm watching that first Lethal Weapon because they're playing them all, I think, on Stars.
Uh huh.
And I'm watching I just watched the first one. And let me tell you, I loved the bonding between the two. Like
Right.
that whole scene where they're having that conversation in his boat on the driveway. I absolutely loved that. I could have watched the movie like that and taken all the killing out of it. But what a fucking violent movie and
Very.
so dark. And they don't really have any like Christmas stuff, like as far as like they don't really discuss Christmas too much, but there's lights and trees and Christmas shit in the background throughout the entire movie. It's like it's set in Christmas, but
It
it's
is,
not a Christmas movie. But it just every fucking scene has lights in the background or lights in somebody's roof. It's a really good. I really enjoy it. And then yeah, Gary Busey, Mr. Joshua, was in it with the mercenaries.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
I recommend you rewatch.
Okay. I
And
have
then I
Stars,
can't-
so I'm going to throw it on there.
Yeah, and I can't wait to watch 2 again. Of course, 2 you can go on about diplomatic immunity, but I still say that 2 has one of the most shocking scenes for my young eyes.
Right.
Is that hot blonde chick, Patsy Kensit, and I mean that wasn't the character's name, but that's who the actress was, and she was so cute and sweet, and he does the nasty with her in his trailer, and then he wakes up in the water in the straitjacket, and he looks over, and there she is, just floating dead next to him, eyes wide open. Dude, I was like, when I saw that. But that first one, dude, he was like wanting to kill himself throughout the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. He had a lot of deep seated. It touched on a lot of PTSD.
Yeah.
So you could, I mean, really, you could bang out probably a really good sequel or prequel to Lethal Weapon.
You know what it was like? It was like What About Bob, but with terrible murder and Christmas stuff in the background. If Bob was like a dangerous suicidal killer with a
Do you
bag.
think it's because he was having like flashbacks of Braveheart? Do you think that's why?
That was way before Braveheart. So the other movie that I watched this past 2 weeks, I finally settled down with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay. That was an Oscar. Go ahead. This is back to the Oscar talk. Go.
Listen,
That's
the first 2 hours of that movie
Yeah.
was horrendous.
What?
The last 45 minutes was great. Was probably Tarantino's. I don't want to say it was his best, but it was pretty fucking good.
What movie is
But
it?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know. It just didn't feel like a Tarantino movie to me. There wasn't a lot of. I don't know. It was obviously character driven. But it just didn't settle with me. But the last 45 minutes was fucking phenomenal. Now there were some good spots throughout the first 2 hours, but it was long, and it was long.
Hateful
I
Eight
didn't-
is a great movie.
Hateful Eight's awesome.
Hateful
Did you
Eight
see Hateful Eight, the series?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, they chopped it up. It's just
Yeah.
the movie that they chopped up into
In
segments, but it's
4K,
longer.
it looks phenomenal.
Now, let me ask you a question about because I did not see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I remember seeing the trailers and everything, and the Manson scenes that they
Right.
showed look kind of creepy. Was that a big part of the movie?
Not as big as you think it was, and that's where I failed. Like going into the movie, I thought that was going to be a real pivotal aspect of the movie, but it really wasn't. It was.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying don't watch it because
Yeah.
you definitely should watch it, but for me, I know you have the same taste in movies almost that I do, except
Mhm.
with the exception of some of those Star Trek movies, but the first 2 hours just like crawled along, and there was really, listen, I know Tarantino will put shit in his movies that really doesn't mean anything or whatever, or where they just have mindless chatter, but it's just bad. It's just like, why
Wow.
the fuck am I watching this? But then, what's his name is in it now? There's a scene with Bruce Lee in the movie, which I thought was really good. But that had a lot of good dialogue, back and forth between Bruce Lee and Brad Pitt's character, and Kurt Russell's in it. But that's all encompassed in like a 10-minute scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just wasn't my cup of tea. I'll watch it again. I'll watch it again. But the last 45 minutes was great. Some of his best work. But yeah, other than that, shit on that.
I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, you should. I'm not saying don't, but I'd like to get your take on it. It didn't blow my hair. I don't have a lot of hair to blow back, so.
And didn't you? You also watched Demons, right?
Yes, I watched. I don't think I finished it though. I think I fell asleep. I've been watching a lot of 80s, old 80s horror stuff.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was scary.
Yeah, it was scary. And practical effects were great in it too, and they were kind of gross.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good.
Just the glowing eyes. That glowing eyes at night thing freaks me out.
What was the other one that I watched with the chick? Oh fuck! I just watched it the other day. It's like a horrendous 80s one.
Deadly Friend?
No, I didn't watch Deadly Friend yet.
But we watched Deadly Friend.
Yeah, that I'm gonna have to dive into that one. I watched one. It was a TV movie. It was a made-for-TV movie with Susan Lucci in it. God, dude.
You know what though? I love some of those old TV movies, man.
It was a horror though. I mean, it was a horror.
Good. I really love like Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. That's a classic, and that was a made-for-TV movie. Bubba didn't do it. Bubba didn't do it.
There's a lot of
pull up Deadly Friend basketball.
There's a lot of good 80s horror movies right now on Amazon Prime. If you have Prime,
play the video.
I encourage you to get in there and check some of them out. They're fucking great.
Well, yeah, we watched Chopping Mall. Nicole,
I did watch Chopping Mall. That's like I watched that a lot lately, and it's fucking phenomenal, dude.
Do you know what though? Okay, Chopping Mall meets my criteria for a remake. That it would be allowed. Yeah.
No. Yep. But a shot-for-shot remake?
No.
No.
Okay, so James has pulled up the video, and it's the lady from Goonies.
Yes.
And yeah, from the train. Alan! So watch this scene. Oh, there's a basketball. What's gonna happen? Here we go.
Oh.
Okay, so the basketball went in her yard, and she did like the typical old person thing. She was like, "You're not getting this back." Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a Deadly Friend.
Let's replay that.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, absolutely blew her head off.
That's
look, the body's still going. Oh.
That's Wes Craven?
Yeah.
Top notch.
So did you know the whole look at Christy Swanson though. What's up, girl?
Hey.
Damn, she was.
Yeah, so
she still is.
I know the premise of it, although I've never seen it. I know the premise of Deadly.
And it's absolutely ridiculous. And
it's horrible.
It's a great movie.
But Chopping Mall is great because you get those background shots of all the old stores, in the mall. I wish they would have just spent a little time in those stores, like hanging around. Maybe a Sam Goody.
That's the best part of Chopping Mall, right? So the robots go nuts, and they're like, "Hey, we got to get guns." Yeah. They have a gun store right in the fucking mall. Can you imagine? Everyone's got a cigarette hanging in their mouth, and they're they just run right down to the gun store in the mall. That's fucking awesome. And then I watched the first season of Eastbound and Down.
It's a great show.
I love that fucking show. He is one of the best characters ever. And of course,
you ever watched the blooper reel?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, now I'm gonna. And then I watch an episode of Renegade. I try to watch an episode at least every other day. For those that don't know, Renegade was a story, a show starring Lorenzo Lamas set in the 90s, and it's perhaps one of the greatest shows ever made. He wears a duster. Okay, James, if you can, just bring up that intro to the Renegade.
Just a quick service announcement for all our fans out there.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet and Goonies are both on Amazon Prime, if you remember, free.
Nice.
He was a cop
Nice.
and good at his job, but he
Playing.
committed
Nice.
the ultimate sin.
Okay,
and
here we go.
testified against other cops.
He was a
gone
cop
bad. Cops
good
that
at
tried to
his
kill
job.
him, but got the woman he loved instead. Framed for
I can't
murder,
hear it, though.
Now he prowls the Badlands. And
Oh, it's
outlaw
coming, my
hunting
friend. Oh, look at him
outlaws,
riding
a
in that
bounty
motorcycle.
hunter, a renegade.
And the show has so many good scenes.
My grandma.
I send them to you. I always film them and send them to you.
My grandmother watched Renegade. Look at that fucking eagle. Yeah, motherfucker, America.
Dude, that's what I want to do when I retire. Is just either walk the earth like Kane or prowl the Badlands like Reno Reigns. That was his name.
He was
too.
framed.
Look at that. He's got an M60. His name was Reno Reigns. Framed for a murder he didn't commit.
And he just strolled around on that motorcycle going.
Do you see him pouring the gallon of water on his body?
Look at him.
What the
Look
fuck?
at
It's so random, dude.
Dog.
A lot of slow-mo running. Oh yeah, there's the water scene. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind, James. We're not seeing the video right away. God, he fucking loves his water though. He's addicted to water.
He is.
And had the
That's how he keeps that hair lush.
Brant. I didn't realize that was that guy's name. Branscombe Richardson.
That duster is serious.
That is
Yeah, but that's just like that.
Branscombe Richmond and Nikki Six Killer, right? Yeah.
I
And
should
they're
wear
shy.
my duster around.
So he
This
was
was
married. He was
this
married
was
to her in real life.
Dusters. Oh, he was married to that woman.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Kathleen Kinman.
Beautiful woman.
And then they got a
And-
divorce and he made her leave the show.
R.I.P. Kathleen. Do we have any more hot news?
I'm getting ready to drop a hot
Wow.
dump, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
We blasted right away from the hot news.
I think you know what? We stayed on task this time. We didn't get into Nazis or Antarctica or
Nope.
Oh, I got one last piece of hot news.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry. It's the big one. And this is the one where we're going to really All right. So you saw that they're getting a repeating radio signal every 16 days
From deep
from
space.
a galaxy 500 million years away. Light years. Yeah.
Okay.
So even if you could travel the speed of light, it would still take you,
500 million years.
Yeah.
So what's that mean?
It probably just means that there's a planet. I read on it that it's an energetic neutron star just broadcasting, an unintelligible radio signal every 16 days on a cycle, but it doesn't mean anything. And it's probably long gone. It's probably.
Oh yeah,
it might not
because if
even-
it's hitting us now, it's 500 million years
I posit this:
ago.
we are absolutely 100% alone in the
No.
universe.
Negative.
Period.
Negative.
Yeah. Now, life, we will never, ever, ever, ever have contact with a sentient life form ever.
I say no. I say we've already had contact.
Nope.
They've enslaved the human race, and we're living in pods.
Nope.
They're using our bodies to power the machines. That
Yeah.
would be a good idea for a movie, I think.
Sure. You should do that. You should write that.
We could
Reenact
call it like I don't know.
or you could just reenact the Matrix.
Sweet the Matrix.
Just tweet the Matrix. Go ahead.
Uh,
So yeah, there's no. Okay, so imagine if that was a life form. So you have to be around at the same time.
But we're thinking about stuff in our limited understanding
No.
of the universe.
no,
Yes.
we're not.
Yeah. We're thinking that if something is 500 million light years away from us, it would take 500 million years to get there. What if they could transcend space and time
No,
and warp wormholes? Come on.
They can't.
Help us out.
So when you think about it, right? if they sent you on this mission, well, 500 million. That's, I mean, we're long gone by then. But who do you even report back to, and why would you go there?
This is 50 years.
You know, even if it took you 200 years to fly somewhere, everybody that sent you on this mission is long gone.
Dead. Your whole family, friends, anyone you ever knew, dead.
So not only do you have time as it exists on our planet, you have to have same time of existence. You have to be in a distance that's observable and reportable, and then on top of it, you have what's called time dilation.
Time is just a construct.
Oh no, not really. And it could be, and that time dilation is altered by speed and gravity. Like you saw the movie Interstellar, right?
Yes.
So that planet was on the shoulder of a black hole, the one with the tidal waves. And they thought it was mountain ranges based on the long distance radar, and it turns out it was tidal waves. Well, do you remember, to be in orbit around that planet, time had like a normal sense to it, but the minute you went down because of the heavy gravity, it was 35 years would pass for every hour in orbit. Like, and that's how
right.
it can be. So you can't even travel through space without
wormholes
and just changing time. Well, if you can find one, but
you can create one. Man. I think that's what they're doing with the CERN particle accelerator.
Okay.
That's what you see. You're negative Nancy when it comes to this stuff. CERN?
Yeah, where was it?
It's in Switzerland. It's the Swiss.
The Russians have one too. The Soviets built one. Well, not that I would know, but but it currently they say is the news is reporting that it's dormant.
They lie. That's fake news.
Yeah, but of course the Russians. Never mind. Anyway, so what did? Yeah, but that's it for the hot news. What do you think it is? I mean, it's obviously it's not life.
Well, you know my whole take on it, right? I think I am an optimist, and I think that we've had contact with. Why do you have Sean Austin on?
Because he looks like Oliver, what's his name that you were talking about?
Oliver Reed?
Yes, Oliver Reed. He looks just like Oliver Reed.
Okay. I think we've had contact. I think we're currently in contact. And I think you're going to be sadly eating your words. You're going to be eating crow here one day.
No.
When they release the documents.
No. They might find the remains of our civilization, billions of years from now. But no, it'll be long gone. All our planets will be destroyed. It'll be dust. There's nothing.
You're such a pessimist. Half empty glass. Glass empty.
No,
God.
I mean,
Joe, James, can we get Jim Sally on the line?
Yeah.
Hello, Jim Sally. So let me tell you a little bit about Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed was born this day, February 13th, or I guess yesterday, 1938. Joey, why don't you tell us who Oliver Reed is for our fans who might not know who he is?
He's a British actor who was in his last movie was Gladiator.
Gladiator. And you remember what he did in that movie?
He was a former gladiator who received the Rudis and then became a gladiator owner himself.
He was a trainer for gladiators. Yeah. So Oliver died. Oliver was a raging alcoholic, and I implore you to just type his name into YouTube and watch some of the interviews that he gave while he was alive. He was a fucking stunning man. He didn't give a shit about anything. This is a quote from Oliver Reed. Let me read you this quote. And I quote, "I have two ambitions in life. One is to drink every pub dry. The other is to sleep with every woman on earth." God bless that man. God bless him. So I'll give you a brief description of Oliver's death. He died on the set. Of Gladiator, which they actually had to do. They actually had to come up with CGI masks to complete the filming of that movie because he still had scenes in it, and they didn't want to recast him. so they had to come up with new techniques to keep him in the movie. Stuff that is probably still used today, and it was pretty spot on. I watched one of the excerpts from the movie with when they did the CGI mask, and it was pretty fucking spot on. So here, I'll read you the excerpt here. It said Oliver Reed died from a heart attack during a break from filming Gladiator in Malta on the afternoon of May 2nd, 1999. According to witnesses, and here comes the good part. According to witnesses, he drank 8 pints of German lager, a dozen shots of rum, half a bottle of whiskey, and a few shots of Hennessy cognac in a drinking match against a group of sailors on shore leave from the HMS Cumberland at a local pub called The Pub. His bar bill totaled, which I'll just give it to you in American dollars, $594.72. After beating 5 much younger Royal Navy sailors in an arm wrestling match, Reed suddenly collapsed, dying en route to the hospital in an ambulance. He was 61 years old.
Jesus. I guess he was a tax exile as well.
Yeah, well, he skipped out on his bill.
Do you think he
used
got
to hang out with
hungovers?
Keith Moon. He used to hang out with Keith Moon of the,
Yeah,
of
so-
the Who.
So listen to some of his alcohol binges. Him and his 36 drinking buddies went out one night, drank 60 gallons of beer, 32
Jesus.
bottles of scotch, 17 bottles of gin, 4 crates of wine, and a bottle of Baby Chom. What the fuck is Baby Chom?
We're
But
looking it up right now.
that is a lot of alcohol. 36 people. Okay, you think 36 people. That's a lot of people. But 60 gallons of beer, 32 bottles of scotch, 17 bottles of gin, 4 crates of wine, and a bottle of Baby Chom? What? That's amazing.
There's Baby Chom. Looks like
The 6% sparkling Perry. Yeah.
champagne or something.
Yeah.
Do you think he got hangovers?
I mean, I think you live in a hangover when you're a serious alcoholic like that.
It's fermented pears. It's a champagne.
Champagne.
It
Wow.
looks like I would throw up from that.
He got a glass of whiskey dumped on his head on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in 1975 by Shelley Winters. Like, he was talking shit and she just dumped it on his head, I guess.
He was a phenomenal person.
Wow.
Remember
Good
when
for
we
him.
drank absinthe that one time?
Yeah.
We need to bring that absinthe bottle back out. That was.
Uh-oh. I have lost audio. I repeat, I have lost audio. Stand by.
That's really weird. Call in.
Yeah, call in for James. Can you get Jim Sally on the line?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Something's fucked up with my audio. Hold on. I'm gonna cut to a be right back scene so I can fix this.
We'll be right back.
Are you? I don't know. Hold on. Trying to fix it. I don't know why the fuck it's messing up.
I can hear you very lightly through the site.
Jim, can you hear me?
Taco farts. But now I can hear me very well.
All right, so you're good then.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we're back. I think we're good.
Okay. Perfect.
Just much delayed.
Yeah.
All right, we are back. Jim Sally, we're going to get you on the air. Get Jim up here.
Can you add him?
I think you added him last time, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, because I don't have his...
I don't remember. I was
Yeah,
pretty fucking intoxicated.
Call...
I'm pretty sure that's...
Let's try. Is it call my wife if you need?
Can you hear me? Jim
Hello.
Sally, this is Clem Fandango. Can you hear me, Jim?
Jim, can you hear me? Jim, press the fucking button.
Okay, Jim Sally.
Jim Sally.
Jim Sally, everybody.
Jim Sally.
I hear Jim.
Inside the house, so he has to talk in his sneaky voice. Because he's inside the house. He's not in the big loud truck tonight. He's inside the grow room, growing him right. Shh. Kids are sleeping. The kids are sleeping. Daddy's growing pot. Wait a minute. Somebody woke
Jim
up.
is coming strong with his...
What's up, Jim? How you doing, buddy?
Somebody woke up. I gotta sneak upstairs.
Oh, God. Oh,
It could have been.
this sounds like... What are you wearing?
Guys, just talk amongst yourselves. As a topic, let's talk about corn.
Jim
Corn
broke
sales in
into
America.
a house and is sitting on a bed next to a woman sleeping. We don't know.
Did he
what's
say
going
corn
on.
sales or did he say porn sales?
I think he said corn.
Well, America was a corn-based economy at one time.
And on that note, I'll be right back.
Oh God,
Oh, boy.
I'm making poo-poo.
I can't see James on the Skype anymore. Just John.
Yeah, I think he cut his camera for a second.
I can only see you very close up.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
There's Jim Sally.
We're sounding good. Jim, how's it going, buddy? Oh, boy. Oh, there he is. There's Jim. We saw you for a second, Jim. Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm on a Skype call, honey. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Good night. Sorry. Hey, cat. Go annoy somebody else. Go murder something. Go. Okay. Come on. Come downstairs to the grow room with me. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
We're going to the
Waffles.
grow. This is an adventure.
This is intense, man.
Oh, Freebird wants out too now. The dog wants out too now. Come on, Freebird. Come on.
Freebird.
Freebird's your dog's name? That's awesome.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Do they have Valentine's Day in
Let's go.
Canada?
Everybody, come
I
on.
don't know. Do they celebrate?
We do have Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Oh, well, it's today.
I'm growing my wife some nice flowers right now.
Oh, very nice.
Let me just get into this room with the cat.
Okay.
Cat, fuck off. Cat, fuck off. Hey, cat, here, get over here. Hey, guys. Welcome to Jim Sally's house.
Jim, I am so glad you're with us this evening.
Oh, wait, there he is.
Oh,
This
there's
is Waffles.
a cat.
Waffles is just fucking around. This is Waffles fucking around. You know, she went to wake up my
There's some
wife.
Triscuits.
She's
Yeah.
just fucking. Yeah. Anyway, we're just messing around tonight. I always talk in a high pitched voice late at night. What are you guys doing? What do you guys want to do tonight?
Wow. That's a good headset, bro.
You like that, man? It's
Yeah,
a classic
cool.
PS4 headset, man. It rocks it, man.
Yeah.
Only the best that 999 can buy at the Tractor Supply store for this guy.
That's
Hell
awesome.
That is pretty dope.
I tell you, man, it's classic. Got this thing bends, so it's ergonomic and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's the best,
yeah.
man.
What time zone are you in over there, Jim?
Eastern, like New
Okay.
York time.
Yeah. So that's what we're
it's
on.
120 there.
Yeah, it's like late at night, man. What the fuck are we still doing up here? I'm busy
know.
working because the lights turn on at night for some of my shit, so I gotta do my work at night for some of the stuff. Like,
So how's it
Power's
been?
expensive, but it's
how's
cheap
your
at
2
night.
weeks going?
it's been pretty good, man. Everything's
Yeah.
getting big and blooming and prospering. Today it's we had an extreme cold warning, so it's minus 32 Celsius outside right now.
Oh,
I had to go out and I had to go plug my wife's car in, and I forgot to bring the extension cord in last time. So my 50-foot extension cord is now 20 feet because
Oh
it's
my
so frozen it doesn't want to stretch. So I have 3 extension cords kind of all hooked up together. Yeah, whatever, it works. Plugged in. I
couldn't-
got shocked once.
I couldn't
got
live in
shocked
that
once.
cold. I couldn't live in that.
But oh, dude, it's horrendous. But whatever, she'll get to work tomorrow morning. She'll be fine.
It's 80
She'll
degrees
be
here.
fine.
Yeah, it was
Mm.
80. Jim, here it was
Balmy.
85 degrees Fahrenheit here today. 85.
We're sweating nonstop.
How many?
What is
So
that?
yeah, you guys, what is what? This?
I'm trying to figure out. No, I'm trying to figure out 85 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah.
27.
Oh, there you go.
See, just ask a Canadian. They'll get that shit for you, man. They know kilometers. They know all that shit.
That's right, man. 62 miles per 100 kilometers. You gotta know that shit. You gotta know that shit. I buy a lot of old tractors. And you gotta know. You gotta know, man.
Jeez.
An American gallon of gas is not the same as a Canadian gallon of milk. They taste totally different.
Especially in that weather. It's a lot thicker.
Oh, man.
Is that
So those chores are done.
It's a lot thicker, Jim.
It's a lot.
So what's the word
Oh,
on the streets up there in Canada? How's everybody doing?
Everyone's getting ready for the Valentine's Day, man. Are you guys ready for the Valentine's
We
Day?
are ready.
Oh, yeah.
We're very ready.
Big business here, man.
Yeah,
business.
Did you get your significant others their obligatory floral gifts?
Yeah.
I didn't do floral. I made a gift. I made a nice
Oh, yeah.
handmade from the heart gift.
Whittled.
I feel like I'm taking you guys on a tour of my basement here while I walk around my house.
Hey, the government's getting inside there anyway, so it's no big deal. They're scanning the inside of your house as we speak.
As
So
long as we don't see the girls all chained up, we're good.
yeah. Don't show us the chained up
Oh, I
bodies.
set them-
Oh, that's a
where-
fire.
Oh,
this
that's
is
where
where
you
we put the
dispose them.
bodies. Every house you should have your own. You should have your own crematorium in every house. You
Always.
should have. Okay, first 3 things for your house. Okay, to live a good home. First, buy a good bed because you're
Right.
going to spend a lot of time in your bed. Next, get these things called a bidet. You put it
Wipe
looks
your
like a
ass
thing
for
you
ya.
you're supposed to wash your. People tell you they wash their feet in it. They don't wash their feet in
Oh,
it.
that's all
And the
ass
third
washing.
thing, of course, is the obligatory crematorium for
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know happy accidents.
And goats
James-
and everything
James
else.
is a
Yeah.
little crematorium podcast. Oh boy.
Wood in there, big chunks
Oh,
all night.
do you chop that yourself?
Of course.
Oh,
Cut that. No, I don't cut that shit myself. I don't got time for that shit. Dude goes out with a big boy tractor and does that proper.
very nice.
And then for my wife, I got her some flowers for next. Here's some nice flowers for the wife for her to have. she's gonna get a dozen of them. She's gonna get a fucking dozen.
It has to be a chore to keep those things warm enough if it's like negative 32
Yeah.
degrees outside.
No, dude, I got the fire right there.
Oh, is that what does it?
Is
I got the
marijuana
fire.
a tropical plant?
It is.
It is.
is?
It prefers summertime heat. You get better results between like, it would be in Celsius, it would be like 75 to 85 would be what you want to hit for with a high humidity in like the 60s.
Yeah.
The trick though is to also realize that they breathe CO2. So we're having it in the fire room, which is a high CO2 room. I hit about 900 ppms anytime I have the fire running in here. That's great for the plant. It just sucks that shit up.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
Damn, you got the
Like that's
you got the
a little
science.
tiny like that's a little 13-week plant. Like that's a 3-month-old plant. That should be astronomical.
So we actually have some of that stuff growing wild over here. Guy has to go out in the back roads and plant it, and it'll flourish. It'll go.
Yeah, Florida.
Mm,
Yeah.
Florida, humidity, heat. It's like the predator. The
It
predator's
is.
attracted to pot and more. we
Oh, and then the classic. Oh, it's just yes.
so
Yeah.
is there any uniquely Canadian Valentine's tradition?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Or is it pretty
See,
standard. Is it about
there's
the
of
same?
course well, there's like you do the back bacon heart for breakfast. Back bacon. We call it. You guys call it Canadian bacon. You call it Canadian bacon. We call
Yes.
it back bacon.
Yeah. Or thick cut
I have
ham.
some pieces, and then and then you take it and you cook it, and then you take the cookie cutter in the shape of a heart, and you press the ham into the shape of a heart, and you put that on your wife's breakfast.
Damn,
She
I wish you would
loves
do that
it,
for
right?
me.
She
Yeah.
loves. And then for lunch, yeah, man. And then for lunch, she always I make her lunch sometimes because I'm a nice guy. So I made her lunch. And I took her sandwich. I made her a beautiful ham roast beef sandwich with a horseradish shit. And I took the big cookie cutter and I pressed the sandwich into a shape of a heart. And I put that in her lunch, a little heart shaped sandwich. She's gonna love that shit,
Ah.
you know. And then
It's
for
just a little
supper,
thing.
I'm gonna give her the weed. I'm gonna give her a dozen roses of weed, and I bought a steak, a nice big beef steak, and I'm gonna grill it. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get that cookie cutter. I'm gonna press the steak into the shape of a heart, heart-shaped steak, some weed. She's gonna eat that steak and get the weed. She's gonna be like, "I have the munchies. Can you make me something to eat?" I'll be like, "Of course, honey." I'll make her a big cookie. I'm gonna take that heart-shaped thing. I'm gonna cut a heart cookie and put a hole in it. And then you know what I'm gonna put in that hole? A little cinnamon candy or something nice for her. And I'll give it.
That's not what I was thinking.
Give it to her. Give it to her.
wow.
I was gonna put something in the hole. And then put, yeah, that's typical. That's probably a typical Canadian Valentine's Day. Like
Huh. Wow. So almost very
I
traditional.
bought my wife a Kate Spade purse.
traditional.
A couple stuffed animals.
I mean, she should just be happy that you're keeping her warm at this point.
How long you been married?
Dude,
Or are you married?
No kidding. We're married. We've been married. Shit, we've been together for 20 years. 20 years.
Nice.
Yeah, 2001 we got together. Just before, I remember it was just before the what's it called? The
9/11.
towers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
That was
married.
rough. Yeah, we got together just before that.
We got married right before 9/11. So we got married in January of 2001.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a buzzkill.
Me and my girl were college sweethearts, man. It was like magical moment and shit coming together. I told you guys the story last time we were talking, didn't I?
Yeah, I
About
believe
the
so.
lockers and the hardwood.
I don't remember. Was there a hardwood story? Because I do love a good hardwood story. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
She
lie.
wanted some hardwood in her box. She wanted some hardwood in her box, and I showed her 12 inches, and she said, "Woohoo!" I didn't tell you this story.
I don't think so. But now I'm intrigued.
Long story short, we were in this accounting program, and they take all the smart kids in the second year, and they put them in a special like co-op program where you get to go work instead of go to school and shit. So we both got into the program, and she was Marshall, I was Mark. So they put our lockers together, and I opened up my locker, and she saw these Home Depot shelves I made in my locker, and she was all like, "Oh my God, where'd you get these shelves?" And I said, "I made them at Home Depot." And she said, "God damn it, they're hot. I love dudes that make shit." I made her some shelves, man, 12-inch hardwood shelves, and I put them in her box, man. Fuck. A year later, we were married. Done.
And that is how you seal a deal, Jim.
Done.
Jim,
That's how you do it, man. What's a
seal a
girl?
deal.
What do you build? You make a girl some shells and shit? She's
That's
all
it.
like, shit.
You got her
He's gonna-
for life.
Fuck, man. Shit. Fuck, you know what else she likes? I changed the tires. It's like, shit. It was wintertime, and I went outside, and then there was new tires on my car, and he was smoking a joint. It was 7 in the morning. I don't know what happened. It's beautiful.
So, Jim, have you seen
Yes?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No.
No.
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
No.
Did you see
Have
any of
you
the Oscar
seen-
movies this year?
No, I didn't see any of the Oscar movies this year because, quite frankly, for the last, I want to say 10 years, it's been kind of like none of the Oscar movies I want to see. Like, I don't even know where they're finding these movies sometimes. Do you remember there was one movie I saw? I think it won the Oscars. It didn't even have color. And I was like, that's bullshit. And then someone told me it doesn't even have words. And I'm like, well, now what the fuck is it then?
Oh,
Schindler,
geez.
was that Schindler's List?
No, it was newer.
Oh.
It was newer. It had no words. The fucking thing had no words.
Well, the one that won Best Picture this year was in Korean. The entire movie had subtitles.
It's not even like... Is that supposed to be America?
Well,
I thought
no,
it was
it's
about America.
international. I think it's international.
Yeah,
Especially
but
nowadays.
really, come on, really.
I mean, we're international relations.
Listen,
here.
listen, Korea. Listen, Korea. Since 1954, we know who's running the show. Okay, Korea. Okay, just keep making TVs and smiling. Okay, Korea. Just fuck off
Kia's
with
a
the
great
movies.
car.
Okay.
You know, they got that Kia. Very nice. Very
Like, they don't got no fucking Silverado.
No, God no.
You
No
only
pickup.
you know what I like about those Kias? You only fill them up twice a year. Like, I want to fill my car up. I don't want to wait to fill my car up. I want to fill it up. You know?
Oh,
You know?
Mamma Mia.
It's where me and the boys hang out at the gas station, filling up our fucking trucks.
That's what you got to do. Hey, I mean, up in Canada, get it
Yeah,
through
I'm
the
not
gas
gonna half
station.
fill it. I ain't gonna half fill it. That's the one thing I noticed when I went to America last time is everyone's concerned about how much gas you want. Like, what the fuck do you mean how much gas I want? As much as you can give me. That's what do you mean?
Fill up that bed. Fuck it,
What
put
do
it
you give
line
me
it
as
down
much
the
as
bed
you can
and fill
fucking
it up
yeah,
with gas.
go. Now go, man. What the fuck?
Ugh.
The fuck there's 6 cup holders in the car. Fill them up.
Oh,
Shit, man.
Moses.
Shit.
You know, I thought I wrongly guessed or thought that you as a farmer would appreciate, you know, just saving the environment a little and not
mean?
burning the fossil fuels and, you know.
Listen. There's an
I was
environment
wrong and I
within.
like it.
There's an environment within, and it starts with my back. And if I can burn some diesel to save my back, we burn that diesel.
You might as
The
well.
way I see it, if the dinosaurs it was different, but if the dinosaurs 65 million years ago found like this pool of meat and it was dead human bodies from millions of years ago, I wouldn't be mad if they drank it. I mean, just let me burn the dinosaurs. Who cares? What are they going to do?
Okay.
They're not coming back. They're not coming back.
Have you
And
seen
then-
Jurassic
and it's-
Park on Blu-ray? nonetheless?
I got it for
Well,
$1.
I saw Jurassic Park, so apparently we can clone dinosaurs now.
Yeah.
And to me, what that says is we have unlimited oil then, because we can clone dinosaurs, and that's
Make
where
more
oil
oil.
comes from.
Kill
That
them
is true.
and let the earth
Make more oil.
take them. Yeah.
It may take a while, but
Ta-da! Ta-da!
I like the
Well,
way you think. I like the way you
It
think.
might take a little bit, but whatever. I'll be dead by then. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck it.
That's it. YOLO.
You know they're cloning dogs now. That's a big thing.
Dude, I did save my dog's embryo sac or whatever that was called when we had her spayed.
Uh huh.
That's called repet. It's worth the money if you have a good genetic dog.
Oh, really?
It's worth it. It's totally, yeah, for Freebird, we totally paid the money. It was worth every cent.
How much is that? How much something like that run?
Well, here's the thing, right? So the storage initially it's $2,000 to get it in the vial, and then it's
Right.
$50 every 3 months for the storage fee.
And what do they do with it?
Well, they store
Well,
it until the dog dies,
they'll
right?
store it for you. And then if my dog dies and I want to clone my dog, they can clone her in an embryo dish and then put it into a surrogate dog, and then the surrogate dog will give birth to hopefully 3 or 4 like exact twins of my dog Freebird. And then I grow the twins for 3 months, and it's going to be like that movie with Michael Keaton. So I got to pick the good one out of the group. I don't want
Right.
the dumb one. I want
Right.
right. And then I don't know what to do with the other 3.
Yeah, when it's a copy of a copy of a copy. Then you
I don't know
learn
what
it's
to-
problem.
Yeah,
Wow.
but then at least I'll have another Freebird.
Yeah, so
that was
they
a thing.
yeah, they're moving into working dogs. They'll take a working dog and clone it, and then they'll take
Yeah.
that clone of that working dog and then clone that clone. And they're saying that there's residual effects. The stuff that the first dog learned, the second dog picks up fast, and the third
It's
dog
called an
picks up
epigenetic memory.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, you're right.
Do they have the same personality?
It's the same exact dog. If you raise it the same, it would.
Ah,
Genetically, it's going to be the same dog.
But not the
Genetically, it's
same
a twin,
memory.
right? Yeah.
And they're saying that some of that stuff that dog learns is saved in its DNA. It's pretty intense.
I don't
Scientific.
know how I feel about
It
that.
is though.
I got
Yeah.
my
Well,
cat.
you see it in humans every day, right? Like a blind child smiles when he's happy, and he ain't never seen no one smile.
That's true.
You know
It's
what I
in
mean?
there. Yep.
Wow.
You
I don't
know,
know how I
yeah,
feel about
right.
it.
Like
Like I love
How you feel about
my cat Tiger, but he's so unique. Like I can't imagine another one of, even if it's him.
I think you could do it though.
Look at him.
you
He's got
should
his
do
little
it. You should do
his
it.
little Valentine's cup of water. He's a great cat. He's a fat little orange guy. I love him to death.
He's got the craziest eyes.
He's such a good cat. I can't imagine another one. And here he is with my wife sleeping. Look at that.
They're so happy together.
They really are.
You gotta clone him, man.
Or
I-
clone your wife.
Wow. And look,
I mean-
here he is. Here he is by the fire. Look at that. That's amazing. He's so dapper. He's got his own little couch right by the fire.
I think we
Coffee.
should clone him.
Oh, if
Just
you
at
can
least
see.
try it.
But he so what happens with
Oh, he's sneaking in. Oh boy, that is snow. That is real snow out there.
how much does it cost to clone him?
So $2,000 initially, $50 every 3 months to store the juice.
And then
That's $13,000 for every round of surrogation. $13,000 is cheap. It's so fucking cheap now.
wow.
That's fucking cheap. That's fucking half a Silverado.
That is true. And
Is
if it's a good
that
dog,
Canadian dollars or American dollars?
A Silverado is international.
It's pesos.
the international Silverado.
Have you cloned your dog before?
No, we.
Oh boy. I
Oh.
think
I think we
Through this,
lost
Jim.
them.
Jim.
Jim.
Oh. Yep.
Jim, come in. Jim.
So,
Stop. We're losing you.
Just let it happen. After.
We're losing you, Jim. Okay, now you're back. Shh. He's sneaking through the house. think we're going to see something that we don't want to see here, boys.
75.
Oh, boy. Oh, there he is. That's a cute little fella. Hey, little fella.
So $1 US is $1.33 Canadian
Oh, so it's a little cheaper here, maybe, to clone it on.
right now. Yeah.
God bless.
No, I'm getting my dog cloned in Portugal. Actually, it's a lot cheaper. They don't have the taxes included in the clone. You don't have to pay the tax on top of it.
Oh, well, shit, that's a deal.
Let's see, Canadian to Portuguese dollar.
They use the euro in Portugal, man. It's fucking kicking ass right now, the euro.
Yeah, Euro's doing good, doing very well. I like to keep that an eye on that money market, you know.
Let's see, euro to Canadian is it's $1.08 for us. Let's see.
It's not bad. Jim, you going outside? Oh boy.
Yeah, I was about to go outside. Sorry, boys. I gotta check the car to make sure that the little light is on the extension cord.
Okay.
$1.44.
Or the car.
Oh boy. We're heading out to the wild blue line yonder.
Things are happening.
That's. Oh.
That is the
Silverado.
opposite. That is the opposite of our home.
It's so frisky out here.
I see the orange light. I see it. And Jim is lighting up a Marlboro.
That is the opposite.
It is a Marlboro Red.
Yes. So yeah, you guys know about block heaters and shit? You ever heard of a block heater on a car?
Yep. Got to keep that oil warm.
No, I never heard
Yeah,
of it.
exactly, right. For us, we do radiator fluid actually.
Oh,
In Canada, we heat the radiator fluid.
Yeah, because if you're not, you crack your engine block, right?
No, if you don't, your car won't start. It just will freeze and it won't start. Like you'll never be able to turn it, and then you're just stuck there until it warms up enough.
Fuck that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Anyway, boys, let's talk about the Oscar movies that I didn't see this year. For fuck's sakes, all these stupid Oscar movies that I didn't see this year. They're so dumb. I looked up that movie. It was the fucking pianist or something, or the player or something. It had John Goodman in it, and it had what else? I just looked at this is good movie trivia. It won the Oscars for best movie. It didn't have any words. It had John Goodman, and he was like a director in this movie. It was all in black and white.
That was from a few years ago. What was the name of that movie? Joe, do you remember?
See what I mean? But G.I. Joe 2 came out that year, and I remember G.I. Joe 2 like a motherfucker. G.I. Joe 2 was a fucking awesome movie that year.
King Ralph?
Oh my god.
Oh, that was a good one.
Was that the one with the king and the piano?
It might have been King Ralph. I didn't see it though.
Not no fucking King Ralph. You turn around here, you get some light on my face. There wasn't no fucking King Ralph.
I think that was the name of the movie.
No, fuck.
John Goodman, he was in King
It was,
Ralph.
it was not.
He was about.
It was not King Ralph.
He became the Burger King mascot, right? And then he played like a piano at a party or something.
Fucking Burger King.
Hey, Burger King, right? That's in headquarters in Canada now.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
We used to have a Burger King when I lived down south, like southern Canada, and I remember I used to go there on nighttime at the walk-up drive-through where it was you could go because they had too many drunk drivers hitting each other, so they said no more driving in the drive-through. You have to park your car.
So they made you walk up.
And walk.
Holy shit.
Let's all stand in long lines and walk. And then the outside of this Burger King would become like this party every night. Someone would just crank the stereo loud, sipping on Whoppers, drinking big gulps with vodka in them and stuff. And that was life, man. That was good life.
That was living. Jim, that was living back then.
Oh my god.
They used to have great toys.
They did have great toys.
Yeah, now they got books and shit for the kids, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
fuck that.
feel bad. Like, I give my kid a Happy Meal. He looks at me like, Daddy, why did I get a book? Did I do something wrong? I thought I was good, and we were coming to McDonald's. They gave me a book.
What was the year
I
they?
remember
I think
one
they had-
time.
They had like a Frankenstein toy,
Was it Halloween? Halloween of '86, I think.
something like that. But they had the Frankenstein toy. And
Now,
everything.
was it the doctor or was it the monster?
That's funny because we always call Frankenstein the monster. We call it Frankenstein, but really it is the Frankenstein's monster that turned and destroyed him.
It did. It
His
did.
own creation.
R.I.P. Oh, well, hey, Jim, we appreciate you calling in. We're going to cut the show here in about 2 minutes because we're over 2.5 hour mark, and it's a pain in the ass to upload it to the fucking Anchor site. So we are going to
Gentlemen,
cut off for the evening. We appreciate you
warm.
calling. And listen, when we come on next Thursday, you're getting on again. If not
I'm
only in
getting on.
audio, in video. Oh boy, you froze up. He's froze. Jim?
Jim. Jim.
Well, if you could hear us, Jim, thanks for calling in, buddy. You probably got a little bit too far away from the Wi-Fi. Man, that Jim Sally, he's living the life out there in the Canadian.
Whoa, what happened?
I think we lost John. Let's add him back.
Wow. Wow, we lost John too. Well, I find that poetic.
I'm trying to add him. He's not fucking joining in.
Oh, that lasted right through that, boys. And we're back live. We are
What
back.
happened? Now James is gone.
Where's James? I see James. James called me back.
Yeah, I'm
It
on
disconnect-
I'm on the Twitch page.
Yeah, he's on the Twitch page. So that was interesting. Jim calling in, smoking up a reef. He was high, but that's cool. Hey, different strokes for different folks, different laws and different lands.
My desk looks like I'm looking at the video. My desk looks like a mess.
It almost looks like you have. Listen, that orange thing back there. It looks like you have an orange McDonald's food container. It looked like
These are Gorilla Glue sticks because I'm a crafter.
some of the best. I just picked up a brand new glue gun.
I have a kangaroo scrotum here.
I think that was from episode 1, the kangaroo scrotum.
The episode Kangaroo Scrotum. So, guys, James, this is going to wrap up our episode.
We really got to get to those movies
one
next
day.
episode.
One day. Hey, Jim, it's okay, buddy. Your phone freezes, but next time we're on, we will get you on. We're going to try. We're aiming for every Thursday night about this time. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, it seems a good schedule.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
I think it'll work. I think it works for everybody. So, well, from the Robot Variety Show, we're gonna say good night, good luck, and
Go fuck
What-
yourself.
what was our sign off gonna be?
Good night, 3 listeners.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta for now. We'll see you next time. Roll credits, James. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.